I love how you never know. All right, we're live, apparently.
Yeah, Echo, you should definitely watch this where you can hear the sound because this is probably the best Exorcist movie besides.
I got my headphones.
Awesome. So, hey, everybody in chat. We got like 5, 6 people in there. We are going to watch The Exorcist III, Legion, the subtitle from the book that it was based off of. And Echo here has never seen it. So this is going to be fun. Always love doing like a watch thing with people who haven't seen a movie. It's always a fun time. But, I mean, the first Exorcist is just an absolute perfect film.
Oh, God, yeah. Yeah.
Like I was saying in my video for it, that to this day, like 50 years later, with all the technology that we had grow with like special effects and makeup effects, nothing comes close to Reagan's makeup effects in that movie. Like she's fucking, it looks so good. Like when her throat's bulging out and the eyes go white, like with the, dude, like it looks so good. It looks too real. Almost like,
and her little crab walk down the stairs and all that thing, like Jesus Christ.
Oh, that was real.
The crab walk is creepy. Period.
Of course, some shit do that, right?
They have her do that.
Yeah,
that's why they got her to play in The Exorcist, because she could walk that way down.
I'm still sticking with the crab walk being creepy. Period.
Yeah,
and that does it.
That was an added scene too, on like what, the 20th anniversary, 30, something like that. Like that wasn't in the original movie, which I'm kind of pissed because that's such a cool little scene there. And like just the whole part when she levitates off the bed and her eyes are just white and the scars on her face, it looks too real, man. Like it looks like an actual demonic possession. And I feel like that no movie's been able to capture that since. Like that.
No, I don't really think so, honestly.
Yeah, when you think of like, especially the last 20 years, like with the Conjuring movies and Insidious, and I love those movies, like some of them, but those type of movies, like nothing comes close. It's like
I mean, even Emily Rose, which was still a damn good exorcism movie, and in its own way, pretty seamless with its effects and all that. But it's still, even that one, if I step back from it, I can still kind of see the artifice if I squint a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
The Exorcist, I can't.
And that is a great movie. Actually, I'm doing that this month. It's Merry Demonic December here, so. All right. Everyone have Tubi ready?
Yep.
I don't.
Except me. I've got Hulu.
I don't. Let me do that. That's an important part of this, right? There you go. No, that's 2. That's the Heretic. I do not want to watch that again. I hate this fucking. I hate doing Tubi on my PlayStation. Typing is so weird.
Oh yeah. Oh, and I had that little keyboard you can adapt, and on the controller. Yeah. Oh God.
Yeah, I need to get one of those, like for sure.
I ended up giving it to my cousin because the small buttons, they're not meant for adult hands.
Yeah,
so
I know.
Really, like,
the PlayStation 5 controller is like, it's a little weird to hold, like compared to the PS4. I don't know, but let's play this little thing first before we start. I made it a little intro, which sounds, we'll set the mood.
Ooh.
All right, that didn't work. Setting the mood. What better than that? All right. We're going to press play on go. 3, 2, 1, go. So 3, 2, 1, go. Commercials. Love it. Fucking as soon as it starts, fucking ads.
None here, so
Let me know when the commercials are gone.
same here.
What's up, Pat? He is Legion. Pat is Legion, apparently. All right, let me take like this head. Georgetown, 1990.
Hello, Patrick. Hello.
Get the fuck out of here.
Still got commercials?
I didn't get
No,
commercials,
sorry,
actually. I'll just let you guys catch up for a second. I hit pause.
Yeah, where's everyone at?
I'm just waiting. I'm like 1 second.
I'm 43
I'm
seconds.
at 4 seconds.
Alexi?
I'm at, let's see here. Oh, 51. Shit.
All right, so let's go to 51. Well, let's just start it over. Let's
Okay, let's just start it over. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, we won't get the. All right, perfect. Starting over right now. Watch like fucking ads pop up again. Yeah, Pat, he's my crazy fucking uncle. We don't want none of. He's fucking a whole bunch of issues.
Whatever you guys are.
I'm at 0.
25. Why didn't you start it?
Yeah.
They didn't tell us to.
Oh, I didn't? All right, start it now.
to.
This is cool. We're having fun. Hey, we're having fun here.
So are we starting over again then, or what's the call?
All right, 3, 2, 1, go.
There it is.
All right. I love the older movies too that have like one fucking logo and that's it. And it just jumps into the movie. Everything today is fucking 5 production company logos and you're like waiting for them. It's like 2.5 minutes of shit you got to sit through.
So why is a movie 3 hours? There's 2 hours of shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Video games are just as bad.
Georgetown's in Washington. That's where the first movie took place, right? Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ooh, steps. I hate those steps.
Hey, Haley. Welcome. I haven't seen your name. If you're new, you should check out all these people's channels and subscribe. And like this video. And watch along with us. We got the link in the description. The Tubi, so you can watch. George P. Scott. I just love this guy, man. Like, just his whole demeanor and everything.
He looks so different than when he was a Scrooge.
Yeah. No,
yes, he does.
Right,
yeah.
He finished so much shit. No, that music, I love it so much. It's got to be the top 3 most iconic scores to a movie, and it's not even the score for the movie. Like, who's it? Mike Oakenfield, I think, composed it. It's actually like an avant-garde, like progressive rock track. Like the whole composition is like a half hour long. Like if you ever get a chance to listen to it, it's pretty fucking good actually. But it fits so perfect with the first movie and then this.
Like I said, I think that this is probably the best Exorcist movie besides the first one.
Yeah, I go back between the first and third. They're kind of tied for me, but the original kind of gets a little edge. But I watch this movie more often than the original, like for sure.
Because the original is just an iconic, one of those iconic horror films.
It's a hard movie to watch.
Oh yeah,
for it.
And that's why it's just so effective. Like that whole movie, the original. The little Jesus statue open his eyes.
Ooh.
This one's a better movie
Hello.
for watching it.
Yeah.
Oh, so that was a question I was thinking of in my Exorcist video. So how did the statue, the trinket of Pazuzu, get in Reagan's house from Father Merrin finding it in fucking Africa or Iraq or wherever the hell he dug it up? I never put that together.
No, that's an excellent question.
You should have watched the second movie.
I watched the second movie. They don't show.
You should have paid attention to it because they explained how it got there.
Maybe I was talking for the video when I was saying, what do they say? What do they explain it? And hey,
they digged it up. Well, what's his name? Father Merrin threw it in a thing. They dug it back up, and it Reagan's mom's assistant bought her that thing and shipped it off in a crate, and then boom, it ends up at her house.
All right, that's cool. So that was the whole thing I missed that I wasn't paying attention to. But that's good to know. That was like my big and who defiled the church, the statue of Mary, put the fucking cone tits and dick on it. Like Pazuzu's in the house with Reagan and shit, like possessing her. So like, who did that? Was that Pazuzu too? He like took a walk from the house and he decided, I'm just gonna fucking defile the church, and then walk back or float back or whatever the hell he does. I never understood that either. Like, who desecrated that?
That wasn't explained. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think it ever was. But they do mention when Kinderman is talking to Paris, when they have that long shot, that scene that has like no cuts in it, which I love. And they're talking about it, and he's saying that it might be like just some Satan worshiper and stuff like that. So I don't know if that was a little subplot or something they originally had in there. I then just cut it out and kept the thing with the statue, because there's no explanation for that I know. Yeah, Pat, Father Karras is alive. We find out in this.
Yeah.
And we get one of the greatest jump scares ever in this movie.
Yes.
Black Christmas 2019, completely ripped off. Oh, that's such a terrible movie.
That was the least of that movie's flaws, though, let's be honest.
Oh, absolutely. I felt personally attacked when I saw that movie. Like, as a man, like, with all the shit there was, I felt attacked. Like, and I saw it right after I was with my daughter for the week. And then just hearing all this man-hating shit. Like, the men are all rapists and fucking hate women and all that. It's like, damn, man. I'm like, fuck you, movie. Like I felt like personally attacked by that. What a terrible film.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just waiting for
the one thing is that movie is so sexist, but it's done by a woman.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
It does not to me.
I know, I'm kidding. You should know everything out of my mouth is sarcastic. For the most part. Everything. Father Karras has a carpet cleaning business outside of Reseda.
Yeah.
That's funny shit.
I think that Patrick has seen this movie.
Oh, I'm sure Pat saw it. Pat, you've seen this, right?
Well, then he must have got a sex change. That's the only way he can run it, if he got a sex change.
That shit was kind of racist. They had like two black guys being the servers for everybody. That guy can barely walk. Look like a fucking half cadaver.
Question: do y'all consider this a Christmas movie?
Not really.
It was
Why'd you?
filmed around Christmas time.
No, I
It
didn't
has
know
to
that. So
take
that makes
place.
sense.
It has to take place. It has to take place during
Yeah,
it, I believe,
consider it a Christmas.
and have elements of it.
Oh, Pat hasn't seen it. Okay. You should be watching on Tubi, Pat, with us. People in chat. Where's everyone at? Like around 8 and change?
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That movie, Werewolf Island, misleading title. Yeah, I'm still harping about that one.
Yeah. Like, I love every line out of Scott's mouth in this movie. Just the way he banters with the other priests too and stuff. It's so good. Like the dynamic between them.
Yeah.
The sound of his voice kind of rough, but yet not rough.
Yeah, he just has. I just love his whole fucking demeanor, his whole as a person, like as an actor. He just kills it and everything. The way he talks is awesome. Like his mannerisms.
I mean, it's so dynamic because he's got this big, broad face like a Mack truck, and then he's got those sensitive blue Paul Newman eyes, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Like it's just like you can't help but love him. Like,
yeah.
There's a lot of old people in the last few minutes in this.
Yeah.
Does Pat like werewolf movies? Is that his thing?
It's a joke
but...
about my whole rant about Werewolf Island.
Oh yeah, I remember that. I saw that.
I kind of went off about it not being a werewolf movie, it being a dog-faced lady movie.
A dog-faced lady movie.
That's how it's what it is. They just retitle it to make it sound, probably sell.
Yeah. What movie is that again?
Werewolf Island.
Werewolf Island? Never saw it.
Yeah. It's a Wild Eye movie.
I gotta check it out. I need to get some more werewolf movies up on the channel here. I only did Ginger Snaps. I think it's the only werewolf film I've done.
Oh, Wild Eye released something called Wolf Pack Attack or whatever.
Yeah.
Which is 4 werewolf movies, and that one again, it's not a werewolf movie.
I like that they still release like 4 or 5 movies and shit collections. Like remember, we talked about it like back in the day when there was like 50 fucking movies on the DVD and stuff. Like I miss that shit.
Oh, so do I. I would love to get my hands on some of those. For old time's sake.
I'm sure you can find a bunch on eBay and stuff like that, or Amazon. I'm sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
You came across some real gems on them sometimes. That's why I first saw Pieces.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I love them. Oh, I love Pieces so much. I was just talking about that with somebody a little bit ago. Bastard.
I was just gonna say.
The 3
it's like Eli
that are the guy that does Nope and him and all the what are they called? Purge movies or something else movie. I can't remember what it was, but I have a box set of all them movies in one.
That's cool then. How many movies?
There's 6 of them.
Oh, okay. That's a good collection then.
George Scott also had some height at 6'1". I looked it up. So he had that too. A little bit of height on him.
Yeah, I can see it right here in the scene with him talking to the other guy. Like he's decently taller, yeah.
And, yeah, he was pretty big, and you can tell it in this movie. They tried
Yeah.
to show how big he was in A Christmas Carol.
Who should I blame? Phil Rizzuto? It's a great line. Mongoloid babies. Just the way he says fucking certain words and phrases. It's hilarious.
Cosmic Billy Burke.
Yeah, it works out at the end of time. That don't sound like a good plan to me. You gotta wait till the end.
I like
of time.
that though. I like his comeback that soon.
Yeah.
Didn't he play a famous military general one time?
Patton, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said, he's been in everything. Like, he was such a great actor. And yeah, The Changeling is one of my favorite, like, haunting movies, like, for sure.
Never seen that movie.
It's a great one. You should watch that. It has Scott in it, too. And awesome movie. Actually, ever since you mentioned his eyes, like I can't take like my eyes off his eyes. I'm like lost in them. I'm just like staring at his eyes. I'm like, yeah, he doesn't have fucking.
I know.
His eyes, man. Like,
on a certain level, it might just be me being sentimental because it reminds me of my granddad's eyes. May he rest in peace. But yeah, I know what you mean. You can't really, you can't break them once you see them.
It's just like some people have that. Like, just like. They always make the jokes with Usher and stuff, like you get lost in his eyes and shit. Fucking.
Yeah.
Matt Bone.
Ad break.
Has got eyes like that.
Oh, and then it hits me with an ad.
Yeah. So if you guys want in the chat, if you want smart energy grids, then this company here will install it for you for a very cheap price. I'll get the name for you in a sec. PSEG. It's only on Long Island where I'm from, though, so you guys are fucked. That'll if you want them.
I'm sure there's other places that have stuff like that. All you gotta do is go on web and look up where's the cheapest place to get.
Yeah. I'm sure you can definitely do that. And guys, go to proactive.com right now if you got acne issues, because Tubi told me.
I'm getting an advertisement for cars. Lincoln cars.
Dude, all the videos I do that are movies on Tubi and I insert the commercials, like these motherfuckers should be paying me royalties. Like for like mentioning their businesses and stuff. I should be getting royalties from these companies. I mentioned, Alexa, I mentioned fucking commercials in like every video of mine that's on Tubi.
Oh, dude, it's hysterical, man. It really is.
Yeah, it's like you got to throw it in. It's like if I got to suffer through this shit, then everybody is. They should be paying me royalties.
So let me know when y'all get past the commercials.
I'm past them.
Okay. The back end right here for me.
Yeah, somebody's making a confession.
That tells you when it's ending. Polite.
Okay, I'll hit pause. I think I'm a little bit ahead of you then, but okay. Yeah.
I'm at 15:10.
15:50.
Okay, I'll back it up. I didn't get slapped with a commercial yet. I don't know how that happened, but hey.
15:44.
Okay. That's around this. Old ladies talking, confessing.
Try to make a good confession.
Yes, children.
Just do your best. Just wing it. I actually love her fucking dialogue there. I cut her throat and watch her bleed. And it's like I'd immediately be on my cell phone texting or calling 911 for this bitch. Like immediately. Like this one was a murderer.
Yeah, no doubt.
Like immediately, just like take your cell phone out. I know this was back then, but there were the phones in the early 90s. When did this come out? 1990? 1990 something?
Yeah. But yeah, just ditch, man. Just ditch and run.
At least just fucking run out of that confession booth and like do something. He just like sits there and hears all this.
Yeah.
And like, hey, like, and I was saying in my Exorcist video that the reason, back when that movie came out in '73, how people were just passing out in theaters and fucking puking, walking out, all that stuff. And I think a big reason for that was back then, religion was a lot more important to people's lives. Like people were much more religious back in the 70s than today. Like today, you hear so many, like, I'm not religious at all. You hear so many people are atheists and stuff like that and just agnostic. And so I feel like for like a younger generation, like younger than us, that generation, it wouldn't have that same feel like watching it. Like,
no.
And like for like us probably that didn't see it in the theaters too. Like I'd love to be in the theater in '73 watching that and just see everybody's reactions to the original Exorcist.
Yeah,
because I think that's.
I got to see it in the theater when it was re-released, actually, and that was quite an experience.
That's awesome.
Oh, that would be.
Yeah,
I got to see Texas Chainsaw 2 and 3 on in the theater like a few months ago. That was awesome. Texas Chainsaw 2 is my favorite in the series.
I know that for Halloween. For Halloween, they will. Some theaters will re-releasing a lot of the older movies for that night.
Yeah,
I remember Tremors, Friday the 13th.
And most of the ones I have seen, they weren't horror. I have 2 movies I've ever watched that were horror movies on theater. That's it.
That's just something enjoyable about going to see any movie in the theater, especially a horror one.
Yeah, no, it's always a great experience. Unless the movie sucks, then it's not. But you still have fun with it.
Especially with the original Exorcist, because it had its whole reputation behind it at that point. So that as a kid, I remember very clearly that was one of the first times I was sitting in the theater with genuine like butterflies in my stomach, waiting for the movie to start.
Yeah,
which adds to the whole experience, right? It having that reputation, but holy crap, man! Wow,
and it just lives up to it like so well. Like, that's the reason you see it as number 1 or in top 3 for every like horror list, like best horror of all time. It's there for a reason. Like same with Psycho and The Shining, like The Thing, Halloween. Those are all always in the top because for damn good reason. Like they're fucking amazing, perfect movies.
Why does people never put Omen up there as one of their top?
I love the Omen. I'm doing the Omen series this month too.
Yeah, it's a good point. People don't talk up the Omen very much anymore these days, do they?
You don't hear it.
I've never heard anybody.
Movies ever made.
It's an amazing movie, and that's you're right. And like people don't bring it up often, like at all, really. Like talking about like best horror films.
Yeah, I love The Omen. It's probably my favorite too. Outside of Halloween, Friday the 13th and Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yeah. I just did I just uploaded Nightmare on Elm Street 5. Oh, it's not that good. Like it's not my series really. Like I love the first 3. The second Nightmare is my favorite in the series, which is a very unpopular opinion. And then after Dream Warriors, it just kind of drops off for me. Like 4, I did not care for on this rewatch. 5, I liked a little better, but still didn't care for it. So 6 I barely remember, so when I do that, and then Wes Craven's New Nightmare I fucking adore. So at least that's
I love Wes Craven's New Nightmare.
and no reason why fucking Wes Craven back, like writing and directing and shit. Then we have the abysmal.
He made it original again when he did that, and I was telling somebody yesterday that he made it fresh and new, and it probably is the best one out of the whole series because he could change it up the way he did and make Freddy a demon.
Yeah. No, it was, and all the meta stuff and just like the self-referential things. And this was before Scream, and I don't like Scream. Most people know that. No, I never did. And then like people cite that as like the best like meta film and stuff like that. It's like, yo, you got Wes Craven's New Nightmare right before that. You have A Cat in the Brain, Lucio Fulci. Like, really? Like Scream? Like, I don't know.
I like Scream. I do.
I know many people do. Like, I'm in the minority that don't like. There's a few things in the first film that I think are well done. Like the opening 20 minutes with Drew Barrymore is great. I mean, that's iconic at this point. And a few other little things I can cherry pick. The sequels, fucking, I want nothing to do with it. But unfortunately, I got a friend asked me to cover Scream like the first month I was doing the channel. So he didn't like that fucking video, I'm sure, with my thoughts on it. But now I got to do the rest of them because I'm a completionist, and once I start a series, I gotta fucking keep going until they're all done. So that'll be fun watching 2 through 5.
I will say that
Scream and everything. I don't mean the whole series because I usually when I watch them movies, I only watch the first and the third one. The other one's kind of I will sometimes get in the mood to want to watch the second one, but
yeah, the sequels just don't do anything for me. If I had to pick the best sequel, though, it would be like the 4th one for me.
I don't like that movie at all.
And well, this most recent one too had a surprisingly good performance from David Arquette. The most recent Scream movie, he was actually very good in it, I thought.
Actually, I haven't seen it. I got because it's never on the list because I'm not a Scream fan. But
David.
Just to see, isn't Stu back, or like the kid of Stu, or like some connection to him in that movie? Yeah, right. Yeah, I gotta watch it finally, like a year almost later.
By the way, did anyone else recognize the African American nurse who pokes her head in the room at one point? It was a couple minutes back or whatever now, but did anyone recognize her? Because I swear I've seen her in something else and it's torturing me now. I don't know. I can't place her.
Yeah, when that happens.
Yeah.
I recognize her too.
I wasn't looking when she was there.
She just peeks her head in for like a second.
That's probably why.
Yeah, but it's gonna drive me crazy. Anyway.
No, I hate that. Same thing happens to me a lot. There was a video, I forget which one I was doing, but something reminded me of The Thing. It's my favorite fucking movie of all time for like over 20 years. I've seen it an unhealthy amount of times, and while I was talking about it, something reminded me of Palmer, and I couldn't think of Palmer's name. I was like, dude, are you serious? I'm like, how am I forgetting his name? And then like 7 seconds later, I was like, oh, Palmer. Like, why the fuck did I forget that? Like,
I think that's Tara Farrell is her name.
Oh, that actress?
She did stuff like she was on Empire.
Okay.
So I'm trying to see what movies. Boys in the Hood, Poetic Justice, White Men Can't Jump.
No, Boys in the Hood, that was it. Yeah. Thank you.
That's where you recognize her?
Yeah.
Now he's not going to go nuts during the stream.
Exactly. I'm not going to be sitting here stewing.
I love this shot, actually, of him walking past all the patients.
I was just gonna say, what is that, Fabio?
Yeah,
I forgot.
Yeah, it's Fabio.
What are
Do
those
you
little midgets on the clock? What the fuck is that?
Do you remember
I never-
Fabio's accident? Do you remember Fabio's accident on that roller coaster?
Yes, I remember that very well. Yeah.
All those pictures of his
Hilarious.
bloody face.
It's fucking hilarious, really, if you think about it. I was just saying in the Nightmare on Elm Street 5 video that I just uploaded before this, I said some joke, and then I was like, if I ever stop this channel, like if it's ever gone, it's because I went too far with the joke or said something, and YouTube just had enough and said, all right, you're done. We're deleting your channel. Like, that's the only reason this channel will end, is if and it'll happen maybe one day. I'll just cross that line a little bit, say the wrong thing, and people take it out of context. So then YouTube says, fuck you, goodbye.
Wow.
Hey, at least they got a nice band.
Yeah.
What?
Wow.
There is the in between. It's purgatory where he was at.
I just love how white all this is, like, and how it's kind of like Tenebrae by Argento.
I was just gonna say, it feels very sort of giallo influenced to me.
It has just like so much white color
Yeah.
and stuff everywhere. Like Tenebrae is very similar to that, compared to like Suspiria and Inferno with all the different colors and stuff. Like Tenebrae went back to just like not going overboard with the colors, but it was just a lot of white everywhere. The vase is white here. The fucking penguin is half white, half black. It's a mulatto penguin. And I like that the extras are actually doing shit. Like, I love that in so many movies. That, like, they have a bunch of extras, like the nurse is walking around, it's like, it looks like a running hospital, compared to a lot of movies that you'll just see like no one, like, at all, or like just one person just sitting there or something. Like, I really like that when they do that with extras, like when they're actually like walking around, they're actually like interacting and doing stuff. It adds so much like authenticity to the movie.
Yeah. Well, I've actually been a background performer on a few movies, at least locally here anyways. And yeah, it's not until you're there doing that you appreciate how much that fills out a scene. And then it really sticks out like a sore thumb if it's done poorly, because like you watch a movie, and even worse, I would say, than what you mentioned, it sucks when there's no one in the background doing anything. But what's even more embarrassing is when they're all walking the same direction, like all 50 of them, you know what I mean?
Doing the same shit, like it doesn't look natural. Like
No.
it bothers me whenever I see that. So it's always good to see like this, like when they're actually doing stuff.
Yeah.
And it doesn't take a lot, like, for a director to do that. They're just like, all right, just pretend like you're working here. Like, walk around, stop at the desk, all right, and then you're gonna be sitting there writing stuff, and like, it's not hard to do. It's like a 5-minute conversation with a bunch of extras, and people, they just ignore it.
I'm ignoring you.
Exactly.
Go away.
I like it. That black bag on the fucking wall, it reminds me of the smiling bag from Twin Peaks. One of the clues that the giant gives Cooper. It looks like it a little bit. If it was like curved a little more and smiled a little more. God, I love Twin Peaks. God, I love David Lynch. God,
Sorry, Jack is crying outside the door and he wants back in. But he was crying to get out, so he's going to stay out.
yeah. All right, ads coming in 7 seconds. It's a wonderful life.
Wonderful life.
Yes, it is.
No, it
There we
ain't.
go.
Guys in the chat, if you ever want to go tightroping across a fucking canyon, you can watch Special Forces show on Hulu or Fox. So just letting you guys know.
Oh, they got a new Fantasy Island show?
Oh man, I just got an oatmeal commercial. Christ,
Awful like the Exorcist. That's funny if you did.
There we go. And we're back.
Wow, your ads are fast.
I guess. Oh, here, I'll hit pause. Let me know when you're back.
Yeah, your little circle, orange, like nice little professional circle.
I think I have like
through.
maybe 1 or 2 more commercials to go.
Yeah. If anyone watching is a senior citizen, get Medicare. You should know that, but just letting you guys know again. If there's any 65 and up.
Is this one cop, by the way, is that the same guy who was one of the feds in Die Hard, who get in the chopper and get blown up when they go to the tower? You know the guy who I'm talking about?
Oh,
the black guy?
Yeah.
Yes,
right?
yeah.
Right? Yeah.
I believe so.
I think so. Oh, now that's going to drive me nuts. Yeah. Thinking of that. Now it's like, shit. I think you're right, though. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. I think that's
Where
him.
y'all at in the movie now?
You know what it is? I'm sure all of you guys have the same thing. It's just like, ever since starting your channel,
I'm 3122.
I'm still on a commercial, but I'll catch up.
Okay.
Like all your channels when you start and stuff, I'm sure you feel the same shit. It's like you're thinking of horror so much that every day, like a dozen movies come in my head that it's like, shit, I got to do those and rewatch that or watch this shit and cover that. And then the next day, a dozen more will come in and shit. So then,
he also played Belrog in the Street Fighter movie.
Yeah, I love the Street Fighter movie, actually.
Oh, right. Holy crap, I forgot about that.
My
it's on
channel
Tubi,
is movie entertainment of any kind.
One of the still books I have happens to be that movie, Street Fighter, and it comes with a copy of the Bison money.
It's such a bad movie, but I grew up with it, so it's just nostalgia completely.
Well, there's something about having a fake dollar bill with Raul Julia's face on it. It's just perfect.
Hell yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, no, he was great in that movie, actually. That's like one positive I could say. His fucking
Raul Julia, he knew exactly what kind of movie he was in.
Yeah, oh yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
He played it just exactly the way that the movie was. Like just ridiculous, like in every way. But he gave a great performance. And then we had what the hell is this? The name of the guy who played Sagat with the patch on the eye. It's the same guy from
Wes Studi.
What? Yeah. Who played the lead guy in Last of the Mohicans, which is one of my favorite films of all time.
Mm-hmm.
That's a movie I'll fucking discuss on here, like for sure.
Yeah.
It's like one of the greatest 20 minutes ending to a movie ever.
Yeah.
And the score too to that movie is unreal.
Mm-hmm.
It's a creepy ass nurse.
Yes.
Hey, I've seen this little old man in the chair before.
Whoa, that guy can haul ass on that wheelchair. Holy crap.
Not even the ones nowadays aren't that fast.
Yeah,
I know. I've driven a few of them.
Oh, wow.
That wheelchair reminds me of the wheelchair in Silver Bullet.
You know, I can see myself when I'm like in my 70s or 80s being that man in the chair. You know, riding up to people and flashing
my
them.
40s or 50s being in that chair, bro. With the life I've lived.
But would you do the flashing part?
Oh, hey, it's Herschel.
I'll be spinning the shit around. I'll be racing all over town with that. Are you serious? It'll be a ball.
Oh, those things
People
are
be like,
fun.
why?
Yeah.
Isn't that old woman the same one in Happy Gilmore as Adam Sandler's grandma?
The one that's humming? The one that was just humming? That's talking to Kinderman right now? That's
yes.
Yeah, no, that's not her. She looks similar, but it's I know the mom from Happy Gilmore. She's been in a decent amount of things. Pies and anchovies. That's what they give them there. She never talks to strangers, but she's been talking to this guy for like fucking 3 minutes. And she hears dead people talking. It's with the sixth sense of The Exorcist. That's a movie I haven't seen in over a decade, The Sixth Sense.
Yeah, well, there's a reason she's talking to him.
Yeah. But yeah, I haven't seen The Sixth Sense in forever. That's a movie I should
I've just seen that one scene because it's been parodied. I see dead people everywhere.
I mean, Haley Joel Osment did a great job in that movie. Like he really
did, absolutely.
He absolutely killed it with that.
Speaking of that movie,
that is,
I'm getting to watch the new M. Night Shyamalan movie in theater.
I am so mixed on him at this point that, like, Sixth Sense is amazing, and what the hell else? The Village is okay.
I like that twist at the end of The Village. That twist at the end of Village, I liked.
I like
his take on the Airbender.
Oh yeah,
Avatar.
What the hell was the other movie he did at that same time that sucked? And then The Happening with Mark Wahlberg was terrible. And The Visit was good.
90% of the world think that. I'm one of the few that disagrees with you.
I actually like The Visit by him. It's a very...
I like The Visit too.
It's a good found footage movie. Like for him to go in that found footage.
I'm definitely never going to watch it either.
Why not?
I don't like found footage.
Okay, that makes sense. So never watch my channel on Fridays because I haven't done a found footage Friday in like fucking 2 months or some shit. I gotta get back to doing that. Because at this point, we're just like watching these movies and getting these videos out and shit, the days just blend together. So it's like Friday. I already watched some other movie and it's like, oh yeah, found footage Friday. Yeah, that's not happening again this week. And that was like 2 months ago.
It's just not for me. I get really bad headaches, and if I watch something like found footage, it makes my nose start bleeding.
There are some good ones that I'll message you to check out, like ones that aren't like crazy shaky cam and like just bullshit talking the whole time and you don't see anything. Like I'll send you like a few recommendations and stuff of like.
Yeah. Have you seen Deadstream yet, Nanette?
No.
Found footage.
You have to see Deadstream. Yeah.
Years. It's so good. Like, I'm trying to get Joe and Vanessa Winter on the channel. Like I talked to him on Twitter and he said that they're doing a lot of like going around promoting the movie and stuff like that. But he's like maybe after the holidays and stuff. So hopefully I can get him on. Is everyone frozen or
no, I'm still going.
All right. Yeah, we're good. For some reason I thought it froze.
Yeah.
Man, George C. Scott just looks like just done. Just fed up like it.
Echo might be frozen. Never mind.
I'm just watching his comment
because sometimes we'll be doing a stream together, Echo, and you'll get like that, and you'll be still and motionless. I don't know.
When I get into something, I don't, I focus on it. But I was noticing that this guy in the hospital is a ranting lunatic, bitching, and George C. Scott's just like.
This is probably my favorite thing he was in. I love his character in this movie.
Oh, it's
wow.
so like this
I
is
haven't
like
seen very many Dorsey Scott films, but I'm sure that even if I had seen everything he ever did, I'd still say this was probably his best one.
That's
no.
probably a big list of movies.
Yeah, no, for sure. Like absolutely. But I don't know, the Changeling is so good in it too. Like, I mean, it's great in everything, but his role in this is amazing. Like I'm a continuity whore. Like in franchises, when they switch up and fuck up continuity, that drives me insane. Especially like in the middle of a franchise and then they recast an actress or actor and stuff. Like it really pisses me off. Like it's a pet peeve. But this is one instance where that a different actor played Kinderman in the first original movie. Having him George C. Scott playing Kinderman in this, awesome. Like it doesn't bother me one bit. Maybe it's because
I
the
had
buffer
almost
between both movies with the heretic in the middle, like buffers that a little bit, but he's just so amazing in this.
he had
I
an
think
almost
it
50
just shows
year
how
career.
great of an actor he is. He can take somebody's character that and make it his own, and you still like it.
Oh yeah.
You gotta remember, this guy has, by this point, he was almost on his 40th year of acting. He had almost 50 years,
Yeah.
51 to 99. So he had a long run.
Yeah, no, he did.
I need to go.
Okay. Thanks for coming on. I don't know if she's coming back, but maybe. Two L's for wonderful. Oh, I can't wait to see Brad Dourif. I fucking adore that man. Everything Dourif has done since Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, he's fantastic. Everything he does.
Yeah, I remember I got so used to him doing Chucky, and then he was on one of the Law and Orders playing a file expert, helping them, not as a crazy guy, but as a good guy. It was like, damn.
Yeah, I know. It feels so weird seeing him in like a good role, like a good person. But every time every time I hear his voice, like no matter what, like it's just,
I want those cutters that he has. I think I have a few things that need to be
Those
cut.
are big. Yeah. Oh shit.
Use those when I have to trim branches and shit.
Yeah, those are some great fucking whatever the fuck they're called again. Clippers.
But yeah, I needed a bathroom break. I wasn't going anywhere.
Okay, the statue of that priest or whatever was kind of creepy, all bald and shit.
Are those shears? Those are the same ones that we see in the jump scare, right?
Yes.
Right? I'm pretty sure.
I think so, yeah.
So that's cool. Cool foreshadowing there.
Mm-hmm.
Of just showing that.
Well, I want them next time I have to trim a tree.
I want them next time I got to cut a body up and hide it.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll be right back.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, them shears are creepy.
What's creepy?
Them shears.
Oh yeah, no, I know. That's why they're so effective in that jump scare coming in a little bit. Like that's how you do a fucking jump scare in this movie.
Yeah.
Like it's so effective. Just the way that it's just shot from far down the hallway, and she's just going. It's builds and builds and builds, and she's just going in and out of the rooms, and that's how you do a fucking jump scare. Like I hate jump scares today. In the last like 20, 30 years, with the violins and loud, and it's just a friend or some shit or like somebody that knows them, and they just creep up on them and scare the fuck out of them for no reason. I already fixed cat jump scares in one of my videos. I mentioned get rid of cat jump scares. I hate that when there's a cat that just jumps out and that's a jump scare. Fuck that. I want silverback
That
gorilla
was
jump.
a good one, cat jump scare. In Cat Eyes.
Oh, there's a cat jump scare in like a million movies. Like there's so many that I said in the video. I made actually a little clip of Friday the 13th Part 2 when she looks out the window and the cat jumps in. I cut it and then had just a silverback gorilla like running like, and then she goes and freaks out.
The
I said
reason
that.
I say that was a good one is the cat jumped out in front of the person, and then it starts going in between its legs, and the man was on a ledge, and he had about this much space to move. It's he barely had any room, and he was on a building, and he was going to fall because the cat tried to scare him.
I hate heights. Like I'm fine on roller coasters and shit. I love that stuff, but the few times I went to like the Empire State Building and stuff and looked down, like I hate that shit. Like I actually just said that in the Heretic video I did, because when Reagan walks to the edge of the porch outside their skyscraper, and for some reason there's a glass rail that goes all the way around it, and then there's just a spot where there's nothing, and you could just walk right off, and then there's a shot of just looking down at like the street, and like I hate that. Don't like.
Well, Cat Eyes is a Stephen King film. And he did an interview on PBS, and he said, what I put in my books are the things that scare me, that I think will scare other people. So a heights is a very real scare that people have. Lots of people do.
No, yeah. Sure.
I went up the Space Needle in Seattle once. The elevator goes slow, and they were laughing at me because I wouldn't look out the elevator. They got me to look out it when it went down, goes up slow, shoots down real fast.
Yeah.
I might have got wide-eyed and started sweating like crazy when it did that.
You turned into Reagan from The Exorcist.
Gave them a laugh, made my heart probably about felt like it was a jump out of my chest.
Nah.
So, never will get me the Space Needle again.
That's my Freddy. I have like a lot of those.
Like, remember Maniac building that I knew I could fall off of and die? It probably freaked me out.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't like that one bit. And yeah, Haley, I definitely would never want to be near those shears, like 100%.
I do when I'm cutting the branches on a tree.
Movie Maniac figurines, like that's what this Freddy is. You guys remember those? Like I have a whole bunch of them. Like, I got Michael, I got Jason, Freddy,
Chucky. The movie like, Maniac from Tom McFarlane.
McFarlane, yeah. I
have the Jason one. Hit me with a commercial.
The Jason, it's like the Part 7 one. He has like an axe.
Actually, the one that I have, it's from Series 1. And it's from Jason Goes to Hell, but his attire is, I guess, one of the other movies.
Okay, that's weird. I like actually his design.
When you look at it,
Hell, but I'm like when I covered the series like a few months ago, the Friday series, I was really excited to rewatch Jason Goes to Hell because I grew up with Halloween was the first movie I ever saw on Halloween at like 5-6 years old. And just right from there, it was just like everything horror.
See, it's supposed to be Jason Goes to
13.
Yeah, see, it's supposed to be Jason Goes to Hell, but that's the Part 7 look.
This is the
but the poster on the back is Jason Goes to Hell.
Related.
Yeah, that's weird. But yeah, when I rewatched Jason Goes to Hell, it's a terrible Friday movie, like 100%. But it's a pretty good body horror film. Like there's some great gore in that movie and like effects.
I enjoy that movie.
Well, that was New Line's first outing, if I remember right, for Jason.
Yeah, and Jason's in the movie for like not even 2 minutes. Like you see him in the very beginning in that stupid sting operation that that like they made an undercover cop go into the cabin and just take a shower and wait for Jason to bait him out, and she had to really do all that. Like, what type of sting operation does that? But he's in it for like 2 minutes, and you see him in a mirror like twice. If they just took the Jason stuff out and just made it like a body horror thing of that slime thing, like going between hosts and stuff, it's a pretty good like body horror film. I was pretty surprised on that rewatch.
Take in mind, we know how he got his body back. He did not enter through his sister's mouth.
Yeah. They just stopped explaining, like, by that point, like, how Jason came back. Like there's no explanation for how from Jason Goes to Hell to Jason X, like, how he's back. Like, it's just, they don't even bother to explain that. Same with at the end of Manhattan, when he turns into a boy from the sewage. How stupid that is.
All of a sudden he's back in Camp Crystal Lake, and
then he's back in fucking in Jason Goes to Hell. It's like, how'd that happen? Like, he's a kid in a sewer in New York. He swam all the way back to Camp Crystal Lake. I don't know. Like,
he got his body back. Yeah.
They just don't explain.
Yeah, I have Sam from Trick or Treat, a deck of playing cards that are EST Chapter 2.
No, nice. That's good.
And I ordered a Jason mask off of a website. It hasn't come yet.
That's awesome. And you just reminded me of it. I got to do those movies this month. He's a demonic fucking entity. Falls under the merry demonic December.
Yeah.
And then
what Evil Dead?
Like, out of the Puppet Master movie.
Are you going to do all 3 of them? Or are you just going to do the movies? Because technically, the It movie from the 90s is a miniseries.
Oh yeah. I'll probably do both, like the miniseries and Chapter 1 and 2. It is my favorite book by Stephen King, like without a doubt. And I feel like they still haven't adapted it well.
It's a great one.
Like the whole thing with it that I love so much about that book is as it gets to the last like 100 pages, it's going back and forth between the kid's story and the adult story so much, and then it keeps happening faster and faster to the point that like one chapter is just a line of dialogue from one of the kids, then the next chapter is continuing that line as the adults, and like they haven't been able to adapt that like well at all. And there's things they can't put in, of course, like the fucking orgy that they have with Bev, like that will never make it.
Yeah, they had an orgy with her when they were teenagers.
Yeah, they all just ran a train on her and like to bond them together. That's never going to be in a fucking movie. Like that'll never make an adaptation. And then when you read that, it's like, damn, Steven, like how much coke were you snorting and drinking alcohol and shit to be writing this?
Well, have you ever read the story of Children of the Corn?
Yeah. I love Children of the Corn.
No, I don't mean the movie. I'm talking about the short story he wrote.
Yeah.
That was pretty fucked up.
I don't know if I can turn my camera around. I'm not going to bother. But all 3 bookshelves right here, all Stephen King. Like 1, 2, 3. Like all Stephen King books.
Nobody talks about my favorite book. I hated the damn adaptation of the movie though, and that is Bag of Bones.
That's a good one. That's a good. I don't think I read the story though, or the book. It's a book.
Oh,
right?
I used to do what this doctor's doing with the 2 cigarettes.
Movie.
Yeah, that guy's hardcore, man. Holy cow.
Oh yeah,
I remember that trick, doing that back in the day.
Yeah, me too. Nicotine, man, it's the hardest shit to quit. Like I quit cigarettes like 2 years ago, and I've just been vaping ever since. It's so fucking hard to quit that shit.
I only do cigars every now and then.
A cigar every now and then is very nice. If you get a good cigar, like very, very relaxing.
been a long time since I smoked one of those.
Yeah, good. It's not good for you. I hate fucking smoking and vaping. I mean, I love
used to smoke cigarettes, but
cigarettes. Terrible.
I haven't in 4 years, almost 5. It'll be 5 years come February, at the end of February.
Since what?
Since I smoked a cigarette.
Oh, okay, good. I mean, 5 years that's a fucking good amount of time. I wish I can go 5 years without nicotine.
Yeah, I can't smoke now.
I love the way the doctor's smoking the cigarette though. Like this guy's just like totally obsessed with the cigarette. Like he doesn't come out the conversation. He's just and that's cigarettes get you that deep, man. Like nothing else. Like if you really need a cigarette, you love it like nothing else, and then back to whatever you were talking about and doing.
I remember hearing the guy that played Riddler in the old Batman show from the 60s. Apparently, he was a famous smoker. That he can light up a cigarette and smoke it down in one drag.
Well, you look at the movies from like the 40s, 50s, 60s, everyone smoking. Like it was like a classy thing back then.
Let me tell you a story. Leonard Nimoy in that book he wrote, he talked about how doctors prescribed him to smoke cigarettes to get rid of his cough. Back then, they thought it was good for you.
Okay.
Well, the same races thought,
yeah, they did.
Using leeches and bleeding people was a good idea.
Oh yeah, and crucifixion back in the day. We need to bring some of that shit back, like just like George Carlin says in one of his specials. We got to bring back crucifixions. We got to bring back like dipping people in fucking oil, like convicts and shit for people are being executed. Lethal injection. So boring. Fucking like get crucifixions going for all these criminals that are on death row and fucking put it on pay-per-view.
Someone wants to steal something? Cut their hands off.
A woman that I watch on YouTube. She is a wit podcast. And she's a wit and she talks about witchy stuff, but she's also got a podcast. Yeah. And on this podcast, it's different stories from true stories that happen around where she lives at. And she said, I don't like going to the dentist now, but I sure as hell would let my teeth fall out of my head before I go to a medieval dentist. Yeah. They would take and they would get pliers and just rip out your teeth by the roots. And they did not use anesthesia.
Yeah, no, they just rip that shit out. They're like, don't worry. Fucking they yank it. You're in extreme pain. It's like, fuck you. Like said, it wasn't going to hurt.
My dad didn't even use pliers.
Had to wear were wooden.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So my dad didn't even use pliers. My dad was, you got a loose tooth, come here, open your mouth. He'd reach in and he'd rip it right out. Like, okay, not loose no more.
My dad would always joke with when I was a kid and you lose your teeth and shit, like your baby teeth, about just tying your teeth to a doorknob and then just like pulling the door. He used to say that all the time. It would be like, just give me a string. I'll tie it to your tooth and then tie it to the doorknob and slam the door.
When you're little, when you have your baby teeth, they're easy to come out. You don't need to do any of that stuff.
No, yeah, it was just he's, how I am. My dad's the same fucking way, like in every way almost. Like he's like I'm like his twin.
That's why you act.
Channel one day.
Yeah, like, I'm the guy that just reviewed a whole bunch of movies about the Tooth Fairy too.
Really? Is that with The Rock?
No, it's a horror movie.
Like the other
Bill used need pliers and hammers to get those teeth out.
Do any of you remember that scene in the movie Affliction where Nick Nolte pulls that tooth out?
Yeah. Oh, something with teeth and with nails in horror movies, like especially nails. Like
that's another thing they did back in the old days.
What? That was just ripped the finger
They
off?
would hammer nails into your skin after they pulled your teeth
I do
to
not
make
like.
it stop bleeding.
Again,
I
we
guess.
were really dumbass. We're a dumbass species that's done a lot of dumb things
Oh,
over
100%.
our lifespan, our
World's
race's
ending
lifespan.
in the next 40, 50 years for sure. We're going extinct. Give it a few decades, the human race will be extinct. I almost guarantee it. There's
And
no.
whatever race comes next, they're gonna go. These are some dumb
What the fuck did these
motherfuckers.
people do? Yeah. What did they do to the planet? I mean, look.
How
at
do
the
they
fucking
last that
world in the
long?
last 10 years. Better. Like it is going worse and worse. There's no way to fix it. All the people, the billionaires and fucking politicians, they ain't taking a fucking cut of their money just to help the public. Like, you know, they got a cure for cancer. You know, they got a cure for AIDS. When's the last time they publicly had a cure for something? Polio? And when the fuck was that? Like, back in like decades and decades and decades and decades ago. That's it. They definitely have it for all that shit, but they don't want to give it out. The money's
There he is. Hey, Brad.
Yeah, the money's in the medicine and the treatments and stuff. So they're not putting a cure out.
Quit that. Why did I let you back in, whiny?
For the hell of it. I look at this guy, nice thick hair, and my hair's going thin. I'm jealous.
Of course you are.
I want my thick hair back.
I hate to. I'm starting to fucking go gray, fucking like crazy on the sides, man. Whatever. Salt and pepper.
Only in my goatee do I go gray.
Yeah, I get a little bit in my beard, in my goatee too.
But I've been doing that since I was a teenager. I still have to get it little by little.
Yeah, and I used to have red hair.
You think that's bad? Let me think. Let's see. I know somebody that is 35 years old and they're already completely gray-headed.
Started the gray when I was a teenager and started slowly losing hair, very slowly when I was a teenager. Just over the last few years, it's gotten worse. And I want my thick hair back.
I know, right? The things of getting older. I love this
think
fucking
it's
scene.
because I have 3 children now.
Brad Dourif kills it. This movie is sampled in music so much. Like lines.
Dude, I was going to say that line, I do that rather well. Don't you think? I must have heard that at least 2 or 3 times as an intro to a heavy metal song before I actually saw this movie ever.
Yeah, it's one of the lines is in Children of Bodom. You ever hear them?
Yeah, yeah, and then Kritopsy used it too.
Yeah. They use it too.
Yeah.
There's another one that there's like a whole bunch of it. It's very common, like not too common, but like it sampled a decent amount. Oh, I love Brad Dourif so much.
Yeah. He had a good guest spot on an episode of X-Files back in the day too, actually.
Yeah.
I tell
Took
you,
me a long time.
I enjoyed him in, and nobody's ever heard of it. Have y'all? It's called The Eyes of Lori Maud.
No.
Never.
Oh.
Why you giving me that
It's
weird
kind
look?
of a murder mystery movie.
I gotta check it out.
Faye Dunaway is the lead actress, and it's got Tommy Lee
Hey,
Jones.
Katie.
Hey, Katie.
It took me a while to realize that was him in Dune.
Hello,
Yeah.
Katie.
Let's all send some good vibes to Katie and Katie's fiance because he's sick, COVID. So let's send some good vibes out to them. Well, hope he has a quick recovery.
Agreed.
I hope you don't get it, Katie.
Yeah,
I hope he gets rid of it soon.
let him sleep. Pull a couch outside and let him sleep there for a few days. Let him ride it out.
Yeah, my uncle got COVID, and he was seemingly healthy person and everything, but he died from it.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, it sucks, man. I'm so lucky that I haven't got COVID at all in these years. Like I absolutely should have got it. But like, if I could smoking joints with people and like, I definitely should have got fucking COVID. I'm so happy I didn't.
Yeah, likewise.
Yeah. Dourif just kills it. This. Vagina dentata. That reminded me of Teeth. Ever see Teeth? That's a fucking fun movie.
Oh, another movie that Brad was in, and I everybody says they hate this movie and everything, but I like his performance in it enough that I will watch it, and that is Halloween 2.
In Halloween 2, in what?
Oh,
which one?
Rob Zombie's Halloween 2. Yes, he was very good in that. Yeah.
I love it.
Nobody talks about that. Him and the one that played his daughter,
Fiona.
Danielle Harris, they killed it in that movie.
Yeah, no, I love H2, and so many people hate that movie. Like
I don't hate it.
Michael is
Me neither.
brutal in that movie. Like he is so brutal in that movie, and like the kills are just awesome. Like it's a very different Michael Myers, but it's good. Like I really like H2. Like
I think more people are starting to come around to it now too. But I think like a couple people have said, I think the only issue is that it probably shouldn't have been a Halloween movie. Like if it had been an original movie with an original character as the killer, I feel like it would have gone over better. Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, I can see that. I mean, Rob Zombie's.
There are some people that like it, and because it's so much better, and they say it's so much better than the original because they think that the original is boring to tell.
Yeah, and a lot of that is, like I said with The Exorcist earlier, like the generation younger than us, they don't have fucking attention spans. Like they can't watch anything for. That's why it's hard to grow a channel like mine or like Mike's, like the Real Fifth Beatle and stuff, that he does exclusively live streams pretty much. All my videos are a half hour to an hour long. Fucking people don't have attention spans like that nowadays, so it's harder to grow channels like that than like with short, concise reviews and stuff. Like even with like a 10-minute review, people don't have a fucking attention span. Like people have to do like I do every now and then, 60-second movie review, and they don't even have the attention span for 60 seconds nowadays. They have like, all right, 15 seconds, okay, next thing. Like, all right. That's why you're not going to enjoy classic, amazingly perfect movies like Halloween. Ad break.
Yeah, I got that too.
I'm at about 106.30. Where are you guys at? Just checking in.
We just hit an ad. 106.14. So
okay.
104.32.
106.16.
Okay, yeah, we're all around the same thing.
Yeah.
Taking the chance to go back and look at more of what Shout Factory has on sale. If there's anything good.
Women out there who see this in the future, you want to get Centrum for women to keep your vitamins and stuff and all in check. So Centrum, the vitamins.
No, thank you.
All right. Just plug in plugging some Centrum in.
I've had that stuff and it made me sick.
Oh yeah, yeah. I know. Actually, I know some people that like vitamins, like just don't cooperate with them. That they just feel ill and stuff like after taking them.
There's some vitamins I can take and everything, but them the powdery ones that they compact and everything, whatever's in them solid ones that aren't like gel.
Yeah,
They make me nauseous.
yeah. Do you take them on an empty stomach, or did you take them like after
Oh,
eating?
I can take them on an empty stomach. I can take them after I eat a whole meal, and I still get sick.
Yeah, it doesn't matter which.
Yeah, I don't take vitamins on an empty stomach. They all say to eat something before you take them.
Yeah, I never do. I take pills like my medication before I eat anything. But I don't even fucking use water I just fucking swallow them.
I can't do that now. I could have probably done it in the past and everything, but I have
Don't lose
IBS. My stomach bothers me all the time as it is. So it makes it worse about that.
1 second. Where is my charger? I just ordered like the actual charger for my laptop because you can like charge it with the USB. But like for some reason, if I use my camera, like recording a video for like right around the 20-minute mark, it freezes often if I'm charging while I'm recording. And the same thing with live streams. Like if I plug in the charger 20 minutes after that, it'll start like stuttering and shit, and then I'll have to come back in. So I just like kind of plug it in, take it out after 5 minutes, plug it in, take it out. All the nurses in this place look fucking hideous. Like
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They really do.
Yeah, they look like they don't take care of themselves one bit. Like they're just ready to die.
Yeah.
All right, well,
Oh yeah.
my life. Like I got no one to impress no more.
Yeah, exactly.
Feels like
I mean,
my
God
life.
knows working in a ward like that would probably wear on you after a while too. But
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
I could never work in a hospital. Ever. I couldn't be a cop
Well,
either.
this is a nursing home, I believe.
It's the psych ward of a hospital.
Yeah, the psych ward. Yeah. All the same to me. Like, sick people.
I'm one of the few people who apparently likes hospital
Everywhere.
food.
yeah,
I
you
like
must be, man.
hospital rolls.
Hey, they
Well-
make some killer sloppy joes at hospitals.
Yeah.
Ooh.
That's an upside. I don't know about great, but it's all right.
You wouldn't like the hospital food at the hospital that here. Believe me, it's bland. It's
Oh, yeah. Hospital food, if it was like a McDonald's in there, then hospital food would be cured. Like people would imagine having a surgery, you wake up to a Big Mac. Like, come on, who's not going to be fucking happy with that?
Oh hell yeah.
Me, I'm anti. I don't like McDonald's food.
I tried to go and
surgery.
I took a bunch of pills, and I'm sure y'all know where I went after my grandma called 911.
Yeah. It happens.
Well, when I woke up, they made me eat. It's the day that they released me from the hospital. And I'm like, I don't like any of this stuff. And they said, if you only eat just one bite of each, you can go. And you have to at least eat your toast and drink all your drink.
You know what I've done?
Plain
when
bread and
they're not
scrambled eggs.
you just dump that shit on the floor next to the bed, and you just like cover it with the bed sheet. And I finished, and you just get out of there.
No. They had me in a room that was locked.
I think I said
It could only be
I think I said
door
this
can only be
on the
open
stream with you, Nanette, that I can never be. If I was a cop and I had my partner and we went into like a drug deal or some shit like that, and there was like 100,000, you'd be partner. All right.
Yeah, be short a little bit. I'd do the same thing. I'd take some of that money.
Here it comes.
Other night.
Whoa.
Did he
He keeps
freeze?
freezing up.
Bad time to freeze up too. Oh, I love this scene.
I see you, Nanette, and I hear you.
That was a good one.
I don't see me. You have you?
I don't care how many times I see this, I still.
You guys hear me?
Yeah, we got you.
Yeah.
When she started, that
Hello,
nerve
yeah.
started
Can anyone hear
moving
me?
around.
Hello. Oh, this is it. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Yeah.
This jump scare is just so masterfully done.
It's great.
All right, we're good now, I think. You guys can hear me, see me?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, good. We're good. This is a fucking stream. And I don't know why I keep pushing hi friends. It's like I'm in a dead mouse show. No one got that reference, huh?
I think I knew one or two people back in the day who were fans of them. Never listened to
I've
them,
seen
but
Dead Mouse a few times.
I knew
Like my
people who were
favorite
like,
live band is live band, the Disco Biscuit. They're like jam band, like Fish and the Dead and the Grateful Dead, but they're more electronic. I've seen them like 115 times. I've tabbed out for guitar their entire song catalog. I run a website like with the tabs and stuff for their songs, like 200 and something songs with like video, like instructions on how to play it.
Quit growling at me. I can hug you. Why are you patting me?
Right? The whole scene is shot so fucking perfect. Just the long hallway shot. And the cop sitting down, and then he gets up and walks around, and just the tension just keeps building and building. It's so fucking good.
Uh,
My God. That crash zoom just every time. It's perfect.
And then even just the cop that comes in to call the other cop out and stuff while she's opening the doors is so good. And then the cop walks back in and he forgot something. And like, it's just, they did the scene so fucking good. Love it. So fucking awesome.
Yeah.
See Echo? That's a fucking jump scare right there. You all have seen a decent amount of the Puppet Master movies, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
yeah.
You see this motherfucker? I love him more than anyone in the puppets in those movies. And he's in a flashback in 2 of the movies for 10 seconds. Why? Like, he looks so cool. I want to see this motherfucker more. I want to see him doing shit. And I haven't yet, like up to like the 6th Puppet Master. So I don't know if he comes into play at some point. I hope he does because he is awesome looking.
He's a big fixture in the Puppet Master versus Demonic Toys.
No, he's not in that. I just did a live stream with Pat about that on the Midnight Society. Well, you're thinking maybe of Blade because Blade looks similar to him. I always looked at him as like a prototype for Blade, kind of. They have like that same white face, and I know that was like an early puppet that Toulon had. And then he had like a lizard fucking puppet too that you see in the same flashback for like a minute. And he looks fucking sick too. Like, I want those 2 puppets around, and they're not around, and I'm very upset about that. I love this scene with Dora.
You know they're making another one next year. Well,
yeah.
Might as well say this coming year because in a few weeks it will be next year.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll keep making those movies for 20 more years. Like they can just keep on going. I love how this scene is shot. And just the lighting coming through the both sides and stuff. It looks so good. In the void without a body.
Yeah, it's fantastic. And God, like Brad Dourif is just giving like 110% at a minimum.
He's so good. He does that in everything. It just is. Ever since one Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest that he had a role.
Yeah.
He's just killed it in everything.
I never saw that movie.
You got to watch that movie, man. Jack Nicholson, Brad Dourif's in it. Who else is in it? There's a decent amount of people in it.
Yeah, Nurse Ratched. I wonder.
DeVito was in it too, actually, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nurse Ratched was so famous that they even made a TV show and a movie just for her.
Really?
That's right. I never saw the Ratched Netflix series, actually. Is it any good?
I don't know.
You know what's a good Netflix series? You. Have you watched You? That's a good Netflix series.
I've heard good things.
Yeah, no, it's pretty good. It's about this like guy who's like he's like a professional stalker, basically. He's like obsessed with this right here. Mutilate the innocent and stuff. That's been sampled in something, and I can't think of where. I think it's Children of Bodom on one of their albums.
Oh, I think you're right.
Yeah, it starts off one of the albums. Fucking killing it. And it's the way that he was so intense, and then how he just like falls back, like
yeah. It's really bold to deliver it straight to the camera because, you know, breaking the fourth wall can either, it has a very high potential or a very low potential. But I mean, he met the challenge for sure.
Oh yeah, and you're right. That's something that could really mess up your scene, like with breaking the fourth wall like that. It's rare that you can make that work.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. You better make damn sure you got something really good up your sleeve if you're going to take that bold move. So, yeah,
exactly. And he delivered. He did that perfectly. I just love the tear coming down his face too. Mm-hmm. It's just such a cool touch to add in.
I mean, he just works so organically. Like, I wonder if the crew ever got nervous for him. You know, I mean, I don't mean scared of him, but like if they were like, are you okay, dude? Like, you know,
yeah, exactly. Just like in the way, just like, dude, like in Cactus Jack with Michael.
Yeah.
Like,
oh Christ!
Man, yeah. The role, how he played that role, man. That is one of my favorite performances.
Be right back.
All right, Eka. One of my favorite performances of the year by far. Especially after I got to talk with him, see how he's the nicest guy in the world, man. Like
I know.
He put on such a performance.
Yeah, that's a triumphant performance.
I'd say him, Mia Goth for X and Pearl are the top performances of the year for me.
Yeah,
Mia Goth.
I would probably agree, and I would put Ralph Fiennes on that list too. Now that I've seen the menu, I think.
I gotta see that.
Yeah,
I gotta see the menu.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, who'd you say?
Ralph Fiennes in the menu.
Ray Wise. I was like,
Ralph Fiennes. Sorry, Ralph Fiennes.
Yeah. I gotta check that out because I've been hearing good things about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly, Haley. It feels like he's so intense in that scene. It feels like he's just coming right at you. Such a great job. You know what's crazy too is that most of the time that I see Brad Dourif in something and I hear his voice, immediately it's Chucky. In this movie, he doesn't sound like Chucky at all.
No.
You don't get that Chucky like feel from like hearing his voice.
Definitely not.
Yeah. Because there's a lot of other movies that he's in that he just sounds like Chucky. That's like just his
when
voice.
I first seen this movie, I didn't even realize it was him.
Oh yeah.
I had to rewatch.
Especially like if people came from the Child's Play, if they loved that franchise and loved Chucky, but you never see really Brad Dourif in that. Like until like the later.
Yeah, he's only in the first movie on screen.
Yeah, in the very beginning. Yeah.
I think there might be some clippings, news clippings they might show him.
Yeah, then there's in Curse of Chucky, there's that flashback with him and Fiona Dourif's character, her mother, and they have like that flashback scene with the
characters,
with the doors that are yellow and stuff. That's a cool scene. That looks really cool.
When they did the flashbacks in the show, they had his daughter playing a young him. Damn.
She killed. She did so good. I didn't even know that was Fiona Dourif first. Like she played him so well. Like man, like that she's his daughter. Like for sure.
Absolutely.
I gotta catch up on the season 2 with Chucky, because I saw like the first 3 episodes and I felt like it was just a little slow and like just not hitting with me like the first season. And I haven't watched it since. I got to catch up on the like episode 3 through 8, because everything Don Mancini's done with the Child's Play franchise I adore. So it's going to be a shame if this second season like doesn't hit it for me, because that'll be like the first time Don Mancini like failed me.
Around the same time they were doing the first season of Chucky, they did that Day of the Dead show. Ugh, that was horrible.
Yeah. I watched like 1 episode, 2 episodes maybe.
I didn't even finish the second episode.
Yeah, like that's how I got it. Like maybe to the second episode, and it's fucking not good. Like, it's just not good at all. And Day of the Dead is my favorite of the Romero's Dead trilogy. Like
but it's the punching bag. Look at those remakes, the TV show.
The remakes of Day of the Dead are terrible. They're so bad.
Day of the Dead 2 is even worse.
Yeah, no, I've seen all of them. They're so bad. But the original Day of the Dead, I think that's Tom Savini's like magnum opus of effects work. Like the effects in that movie are so fucking good with all the zombies. And then when what the hell's his name? Joe Pilato's character, the fucking dickhead, when he's getting ripped apart.
Rhodes.
Oh God, yeah.
Looks so good. Like that's like some of Savini's like best work.
Actually, I think they said that they had used real animal guts, I think, for that scene, but someone forgot to.
Yeah, exactly. And Pilato was getting sick from the smell and shit, being in the hole they dug and everything.
Yeah, because the fridge had died or someone left them out, so it was all rancid.
Yeah, and it was just like he was like getting sick from like being in that hole, smelling it. We were talking about that when we were watching Blood Rage, when the doctor was in the hole and it was so obvious she's in a hole, and then we brought up Day of the Dead and saying like, well, the zombies are around them and stuff, so like it looked a lot better.
There was nothing to hide that she was in a hole. It's very obvious, whereas with all those zombies, it hid.
Yeah, exactly. And it's Savini doing the fucking effects, so I mean that adds to it too. I mean, there's nothing there are a few people I would kill to get on this channel, and David Lynch is one of them. Fucking Savini is another one, and Bill Moseley. I would kill to get all 3 of them.
What I always liked in that movie, Day of the Dead, is when that one guy's getting his head ripped off, how you hear his voice.
How his vocal cords change, and I fucking love that. That is so.
You could have got Romero on your channel. Would you have wanted to?
Oh, absolutely. I love
all the people that would have flocked just to watch that. If you
I was so like fucking pleased and just so happy I was able to get Steve Barton on, the executive producer of Terrifier 2. I was so happy to get him on here.
Oh.
That guy was such a sweetheart too, man.
He is, man. He's like, and I could tell that he's a New Yorker, and he said it, and just like I am and stuff. And you could tell because he curses like a motherfucker too. Your thing, like
okay. Did you like Demons?
Like the upbringing I had, like around the people.
Did you like the movie Demons, the first one?
Bava's?
Yeah, I like the first one.
Bava's Demons? Yeah.
Well, I happen to be following on Instagram, on Twitter, the woman who played that the prostitute, the first one that gets turned. She's
yeah.
She lives down in Oregon. I want to say, I could be wrong.
Okay. Yeah. I'm doing
Garrett,
Demon and the Church, like in the next week or so. That was another reason I made this a demonic December for those movies. I absolutely love Lamberto Bava, and Mario Bava is one of my favorite directors ever.
Somebody else that's doing Demons for the month of December? Jim from over at Now It's Dark.
Oh, okay. He's cool. I like.
You know, And I'm the guy doing Christmas horror movies.
Oh, I'm doing both.
I'm doing something
doing
totally
movies
different than everybody else. I'm doing I'm doing horror movies I've never seen. I'm doing a few traditional Christmas I haven't seen. Then I'm gonna talk about the ones that I have.
Okay, that's a good plan. I'm doing all the demonic movies and like Christmas holiday slasher films. Like that's the theme for the month here. And finishing up the Nightmare on Elm Street series because I can never fucking finish the series I planned for a month on time ever. So it always just bleeds into the next month. It's like Nightmare November, now it's fucking December, still doing Nightmare. Fucking like always happens. And it's amazing how every month starts with a letter that you can relate to horror somehow. Like I got my shit, I got my themes to March, like thought up already. Like they all
What
fit.
is March is gonna be? Murders
What? Which one?
for March? Are you gonna do murder movies?
I'm not saying what I'm doing for March. I'll hint at January. That's like a piece of a puzzle.
That would be Jigsaw.
Very good. Jigsaw in January. I will be doing the whole Saw franchise, which I absolutely adore. Saw. One of my favorite horror franchises, actually, which mixed with a lot of people. But man, the attention to detail and continuity in that series is unreal. Like when you watch them back to back, and you see like they would bring people back, actors back, just to play a dead body in a scene for like 10 seconds. Like that's crazy. Like that attention to detail. Like I love it.
Were you the one telling me that Spiral was actually better than people made it out to be, or was that somebody else?
No, that wasn't me because I would never say that.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't good. It's
Okay.
all right. It's not bad, but like the voice for Jigsaw in that movie is just like it's like a female pig sound. Like it's so bad.
Wow.
I don't know what they were.
Now that is one spry granny. Holy cow.
Yeah. Well shot too. This whole thing with them driving. Oh, that's that old bitch who turns into the thing and like twirls on the ceiling.
Yeah.
That's a great fucking scene too.
Yeah. I feel like mine might have jumped ahead of yours again a bit.
Yeah, what are you at?
130, 23.
130. I'm at 132. I'll go back a little. 130. Perfect.
Oh, lady got some strength.
Yeah. Does she ever?
does. They get in the car yet for you guys?
Are you surprised by this twist in the movie?
Well, when I first saw it? Oh, yeah. Let's see what Echo's thinking.
The priest? Randomly showing up.
This woman is so creepy. Yeah, I wanted to do this movie as a live stream because when I was like 25 minutes into my Exorcist video, I was like, I should have done this as a live stream, like to talk about the original Exorcist. That would have been so much better than just like a regular hour-long video. But then I said, oh, well, Exorcist 3, I just as fucking good. So I'll do it for Exorcist 3.
Are you gonna do an
Dominion and the rest?
Yeah.
Maybe. Eventually I will. Like any like franchise I start that I don't finish, it'll get done at some point. Like it's just whatever's like important for me at the like in that I'm watching. And
I know one thing that the second one, the prequel, that they remade, and it just has a few different scenes to it. I don't like it as much as the first, The Exorcist, the beginning.
yeah, that's probably one I'll probably do next, just because I haven't seen that in a long time, like since it came out. Probably all the newer Exorcist ones I haven't seen since they released. So those will be interesting watches. It's been like that with the Nightmare series too, with 4 and 5.
What did
Like,
you think of what is his name? Skarsgård playing Father Melina.
and,
Father Marin.
Marin, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was saying Merrill in my Exorcist video for like the first 20 minutes whenever I said his name. I always confused Merrill with Marin for some reason. And then like I was like, have I been saying Merrill like the last like half hour? Like I mean Marin. Always confusing. This woman is so fucking creepy. Like I would look at her and say she's fucking possessed. Like straight up. Like
Yeah.
I don't need any more evidence. Like I'm good. She's possessed. I'm out. And she doesn't even like look like a real demon. There's those shears.
Yeah. Whoa.
Yeah. That's so fucking awesome. And she fucking manhandles all of them.
Yeah.
That's such great sound design with her.
It's amazing.
Garrus with the eyes. That's such a great quick shot. Now, I'm not sure. Maybe one of you will know. Have any of you read the book Legion? That this was based. This was.
No, actually, I haven't.
No.
I
Yeah,
haven't read any of them.
I think in the book it's different at the end here. Like I think they put like the possession in here, like just to link it to the Exorcist more. I don't think there's like a possession scene in the book. I'll find out when I read it, when I get it, because I ordered that a few days ago. I think it's great too that they got Jason Miller back for this, even though he's not in it for too long. It was cool that he accepted to come back.
I mean, it's good that they don't give him sort of like more of a part than he needs to have to serve this story just because of his history in the first one. You know what I mean?
I was just thinking that exactly.
Yeah.
Like they could have made him like the star of the movie, or like
exactly
co-star with George. But the fact that they just let organically how the story went and had him in just for the parts he's supposed to be in, yeah, very good decision by them.
Exactly, I agree totally. I like snakes. I have to say.
I like snakes too. Until like
Not
they wrap
me.
around my neck, kill me. Then I don't like them.
I got a phobia of them.
Do you?
Yeah.
I'll send you a
Yeah.
box of snakes on Christmas.
I was just gonna say, now I know what to get you for your birthday.
Hey, I could get a gold medal in the Olympics. All you gotta do is put me at the starting line, put a snake in front of me. I'll outrun everybody, even
Dude,
with my bad knee.
I can win the Olympics. I can win fucking gold medal because I'm not disabled. No one got that joke? Well. Get it? Special Olympics. I win gold. No.
Oh, okay.
I love things blowing around and shit. I love the shots of his eyes. Like, they're so good.
Yeah.
This guy's hanging on the ceiling. That's a cool practical effect right there. God, I love Scott so much. He just always looks like he looks like he's just so sweet, but at the same time, he looks like he's ready to fucking kill somebody at all times. Like, he looks like he's just ready to snap, like every single scene that he's in, and like everything. Which is why I know he played a lot of roles as like police officers and stuff like that.
Yeah. Well, he's good at looking like he's seen some shit, you know?
Yeah, exactly. That's a great way to put it. It's like he's just like seen the worst shit imaginable, and like he's just like fed up with the world and like fed up with like humanity, and he's just going through the motion. He's just like, all right, whatever. I've seen all this shit. Like, I know how this world goes. Fuck it.
Yeah.
I'll die one day. Priest looks pretty dead.
Just a flesh wound.
Just put a band-aid on that shit. Drink some Robitussin. Who went crazy. Father, what the fuck was that with the old woman?
Hello, Sean.
Hey, Sean.
Well, he disappeared.
He must be having connection problems.
Yeah.
I guess so, yeah. Shitty. God, this whole sequence is just like virtuoso work. It's art direction, lighting, everything is just on point.
Yeah. Well, I put the thing to do my live stream for 10 o'clock, and I've already missed it.
Oh,
It's fine. As long as I do it before midnight, I'll be all right. It's just a review of Krampus.
I mean, all this stuff in the cell feels so organic sometimes. Like it feels like you could almost transfer it to like a theater stage show or something. Granted, you need some people who knew what they were doing, like with wires and that, but I don't think it would be impossible.
You guys hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Can you see me? Okay for work. Do you hear me? Do you see me? Okay for work. Who knows what's that from? Anyone
Sorry, what?
know what movie those lines are from? Oh, Sean, what's up, man?
What were the lines?
Can you hear me? Can you see me? Okay for work. Can you hear me? Okay for work.
Oh God!
Can you hear
it's
me?
right on the tip of my tongue.
Work. Can you hear me? Can you? Yeah, it's on. You
gotta tell me because it's gonna
right?
torture me otherwise.
It's Requiem for a Dream.
That's right. Yes.
Requiem for a Dream.
Yeah.
When they're lined up to do prison work. God, I love that. That's one of my favorite movies too. I did an hour-long discussion on that movie early on. Like that was like maybe one of like my 10th video or something. It's not really a horror movie, but it's like people go through. Absolutely. So it fits. But oh, what a good movie this was. And is. And The Changeling is on Tubi, Nanette, so you should watch The Changeling for sure. And Dominion just showed up.
Oh, absolutely.
So,
yeah.
Maybe I'll do that after the.
I know it is.
Maybe.
I will do my best to get to it. Maybe I'll watch it after I watch the Krampus movie this morning.
Yeah. I never got into the Krampus movies for some reason. I don't think I've seen like any, maybe. I think I've seen the one with the guy, what's the actor's name? Is it Step Brothers with Will Ferrell and Riley?
Yeah, his name's David something.
The wine mixer, and the guy's brother is a dick. That's the actor. He's in Krampus. I can't think of the actor's name. He's like a decently famous actor, and he was in the Krampus movie. I forget which one.
Adam Scott?
Yeah, that's it.
That's
Wasn't
the
that like,
2015 one.
Yeah, wasn't that like the mainstream Krampus movie?
Yeah, the one Michael Dougherty did. Yeah.
Exactly.
I think that because it was mainstream, it introduced a lot of people to the whole Krampus thing.
Yeah. No, yeah, for
well,
sure.
You know where I got introduced to Krampus through media? was
When Krampus-
Graham.
Oh yeah, that's cool. I gotta watch those movies. That's like a
I'm
whole.
not talking about Graham the movie. I'm talking about the TV show.
Oh, okay. They got a TV show too, huh? Krampus is doing well.
Yeah, he's even fighting Bigfoot in outer space. And I watched the trailer, and
Seriously, that's a thing.
none of the money went to doing the
When you
CGI. None of the money must have gone to the CGI for Bigfoot. Because I was watching the trailer and you say, "Oh, Krampus looks like he's from the game Doom," and then you see this really bad CGI Bigfoot running down the hall. I'm like, okay, I know where none of the money went.
I gotta check that out. He's fucking fighting Bigfoot. That's in space. That's
apparently the way the trailer shows.
Like just to see that on screen.
The whole thing with Krampus. I never watched any of the movies, but it's December, and everybody keeps telling me you need to watch Krampus. Just to say, you I'm doing reviews on all the Krampus movies that I can get watch streaming. Doing reviews on them.
There's a lot
of today is the Krampus that you were talking about that you've seen.
My buddy, Al Lucard, he did top 13 Krampus movies or something like that a little bit ago.
But they have one called Krampus the Reckoning. Yeah. They don't even hide it's going to have bad CGI. It's right on the cover. Like, we're going to have bad CGI.
Like you know exactly
that's the one I have to watch next.
I mean, some movies they hide, they're trying to make it look like they got at least good CGI. This one, it's like out in the front.
I say that's a lot on my channel about.
Look who you summoned, Annette.
Yeah. Hey, look at that.
Hello,
Al.
He's been summoned.
I didn't say his name.
He summoned him.
Justin did.
Yeah,
he summoned him.
How you doing, brother?
I said,
are you around this Sunday for the Midnight Society, or this is another weekend that you're not around? Is it just me and Pat this Sunday, or are you going to be there? Because I think I'm hosting again. That was nice too. I just love doing this whole YouTube thing because you meet so many amazing people, and then some end up on the Midnight Society is the gnat in the hat with a gat.
Yeah,
that was an interesting movie though.
Yeah, right. Well, yeah, that's right. So give us your thoughts.
I mean, watching it and that scene with the priest attached to the ceiling and he's pulling his head away and all that skin's coming off.
Yeah, it looks great. It really does.
Yeah.
That was definitely gruesome.
What do you think of that jump scare?
Which one?
The scene with the long hallway shot, and then she's opening the doors, and then the nun just comes out with the clippers behind her.
I didn't really think that was, to me, a jump scare. More like when she walked in the room and looked in the water.
Yeah, like it's not jump scare like you think of today. Like when just something happens and then it's just music and it scares the shit out of it's not effective. It's not building tension or anything. It's just if we were in person, I took a fucking ball and threw it at you. What are you gonna do? You're gonna react. You're gonna
if I wasn't ready for it, I'd be trying to jumping a little.
You're gonna jump. Fucking that's what it is. That's what a jump scare is. It's not building tension. It's just it's a reaction. It's a quick fucking scare, and then you're back to nothing. Like no tension, nothing. So the way they do that scene in this movie is just perfect. With that, just the long shot down the hallway. It's very Kubrick-ish a little bit, like Shining. Right, like with the long hallway shots that Kubrick was just known for in a lot of his movies, especially The Shining. But just that whole way of shooting that scene, and the cops walking in and out, and the tension is just building because you know something's going to happen, and just then it finally does. It's just such a great payoff. Like you said, like I can't really call it a jump scare, even though it kind of is, but it's just a jump scare done so well. Like nothing like today.
Especially with that crash zoom, because like I don't think there's any other point in the movie where they use the crash zoom technique. Is there? It's just for that one moment.
Yeah.
Right.
And they just used it so perfectly.
Yeah.
I'm browsing through Tubi here. We'll talk about other movies. Nightmare on Elm Street remake. That's terrible.
Actually, that actor who plays Father Morning, Thomas Nicol Williamson, I just looked it up and I found out actually his last movie role was in that first Spawn movie with Michael J. White.
Oh, it's Spawn? Yeah, I remember that movie.
Yeah,
wow.
he was the guy with I don't know, he was that good angel who time traveled whatever with the sword and the chainmail and the cowboy hat.
Okay.
Oh,
that movie ever.
Give us his name again. Was the character like Callisto, whatever.
Yeah, exactly. That's him. Yeah.
Yeah. Dolls. That's a movie I gotta do. Stuart Gordon's Dolls. That's a great one. And that has
There's 3 of them movies.
What, Dolls?
Not all called Dolls, but
There's like 2 others. One of them's all right. I saw one of them. I don't think I saw the third one. But Stuart Gordon's one is a classic. And that the old man who makes the toys in Dolls, it plays Andre Toulon in like 2 of the Puppet Master movies.
Yeah.
Puppet Master X, Axis Rising, Retro Puppet Master. That's the next one I got to do. Is Retro Puppet Master. And I think that's like a prequel to the prequel, like the third movie, right? I'm pretty sure.
I'm not sure.
Nightbreed, that's another one I got to do. Oh, Basket Case 2 and 3 are on Tubi?
Yeah,
Dude,
they are.
That's it. I'm doing Basket next week. I fucking love all 3 of them.
Jen.
What batshit insane sequels that movie has, man.
Jennifer Tucci is a fan of those movies, at least the first one.
Who?
Jennifer Tucci.
Oh yeah. The first one's a classic, but the sequels I love just for being so out there and so crazy, and just all the freaks everywhere, and they look insane. Like, what a crazy fucking 2 sequels. Reanimator.
Oh, you know how you said that you like the Jack Frost 2 better than the original, the first one? I do too. It's crazy.
Oh yeah. If everyone thinks that first one was something, you haven't seen the second one.
Talk about the one when he goes to the fucking like hot ass island or some shit. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one.
Fucking walking around in like 100-degree weather.
I mean, the first one was kind of ridiculous, but compared to the second one,
yeah, it's like Weekend at Bernie's versus Weekend at Bernie's 2. It's so much more ridiculous. And
I know that it is ridiculous and it's a cheesy ass movie, but I love it.
1 second.
That's why bad movies are my forte, apparently.
Well, I say that a lot on my channel, that like I have like 2 different types of videos, and like one is like those rarer perfect movies or masterpieces that I just have to talk serious like film talk like throughout the whole thing, because
I'll tell you a movie that everybody hates that I like.
What? Manhunt? Like
Manhunter?
Yeah.
Manhunter. Okay. I don't think I've ever seen that actually.
Okay. Everybody knows about like Hannibal Lecter and about Silence of the Lambs and all them movies. Well, this came out before that, and it's like okay, you know how Hannibal Lecter meets the cop and he starts sending them letters and everything. what was the movie called that they did that was supposed to be about that?
Because they
Red
kind of
Dawn?
Red Dragon.
Red Dragon.
Yeah, Red
Okay,
Dragon.
this is Red Dragon before
Yeah.
it ever came out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
before
This
they-
came out
Brian Cox
before
playing Lecter this time.
Yeah.
Plan 2.
And he sued them because he thought he's like, I own the character or something or whatever. Took him to court when they were making Silence of the Lambs.
I mean, he has a decent point there. Like, I mean, Silence of the Lambs is such a classic movie. I can't even, I don't consider it a horror movie, like at all. Just like maybe like a thriller, you know. And Al has too much.
That movie freaks me out more than a lot of horror movies do, though.
Oh, it's extremely like effective and disturbing. And Buffalo Bill is just fucking amazing. Like,
That's what I'm talking about.
Oh God, Ted Levine, hell yeah, man, that guy
Levine killed it in that movie, man. Like,
yeah,
absolutely destroyed that role. And
It's crazy. The guy that plays Buffalo Bill
yeah,
goes on to play the detective in Monk. And he does the character in that so well that you don't even realize that it's the same guy that played Buffalo Bill.
yeah. He's a more versatile actor than people give him credit for a lot of the time, honestly.
Well, he's not running around butt naked, tucking it between his legs.
that's a good point.
A scene that they parodied in
So many things. South Park they did too, actually.
Yeah, Jay and Silent Bob did it too. Yeah.
That scene, he's a woman. No, he's tucking between his legs.
Oh, there it is.
You like Yes?
Yeah.
I love Yes. Yes is one of my favorite bands. I'm a huge progressive rock fan. Yes, Genesis, Jethro Tull, all those bands, ELP, King Crimson, like such good music. That's like what I grew up on. My uncle got me into it and shit because my uncle was a drummer. And the crazy one, it was in the chat. I had to block. Fucking. He was in and out of prison and stuff his whole life, the drugs and stuff like that. And he last time he went away for like a 16-year bid, he left his drum set and a cheap acoustic guitar, and that's how I ended up picking up the guitar and shit, because he went to prison. Like, it's kind of like a silver lining, but like, yeah, he's out for like 3 years now, but he's going back. Like he's institutionalized at this point. Like you can't, once you're in prison for your whole life, basically, it's so hard to integrate back into society. And he's struggling with that like hard. And it's like disrupting the rest of our family and shit. So like we just kind of don't want anything to do with him. But who knows? But Sleepaway Camp 2. Oh yeah, that's one of my.
I've been looking for physical copies of Sleepaway Camp 2 and Sleepaway Part 3.
I love them.
I cannot find them for a reasonable price, or they're like Region 2 or something. I'm like, oh shit, I don't got a Region 3 player.
Physical copies of anything are getting harder and harder to find, it feels like.
I tell you, the reason I say good luck with that is, Grande Graveyard.
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually,
He was talking about that. He can't find that move. He had to sell a lot of his physical media, and then he was talking to someone that he had on his show, and John was talking about how he can't find that movie no more unless it's Region 2 or 3 or it's outrageously priced.
I've only been able to find the first one, just not the other ones.
Yeah, so then obviously they're not as popular and stuff, and a lot of people don't care for them. But
and I've never even seen Return to Sleepaway Camp.
Dude, you do not want to see.
Well, I've seen the movie, but never seen a physical copy of it.
Oh, okay. Because
it never seems to come up whenever I look.
I don't have many rant videos on my channel. I was so shocked at how bad that movie was. I was like literally almost in shock. Like, if you want to laugh, check my video out on that. Like, there's some hysterical shit in that. I'm fucking like showing my notes that it's just like, help, please. I need help. This is so bad. Like, it was so atrocious, that movie. Like, one of the worst movies I've seen.
Wow.
Probably the worst I've seen since 2019's Black Christmas.
I'm
Maybe,
lucky
like,
that
yeah.
I've only watched 2 movies that I found atrocious, and Rare Exports and Thanksgiving are the only 2.
Oh god, for me it would always be the worst movie ever, the original Carnival of Souls. In high school we had a teacher that made us watch it, and whenever class would get over, I'd be at the door, let me out, and they're laughing at me, and he's just shaking his head like, stop.
Oh god.
It.
I think for me, it's a two-way tie between Veronica and Dario Argento's Dracula. Like, Dario Argento's Dracula movie was like so bad. Like, I was honestly gobsmacked. Like, wow. I didn't have the words for it.
Yeah, that's sleepaway camp. I felt the same way. I was like, Jesus Christ, like, and it was right after watching, rewatching the first 3, and I absolutely adore the whole series. And then I avoided Return to Sleepaway Camp ever since 2008 when it came out because of all the terrible things I heard. And then Completionist had to fucking finally watch that movie after I did the first 3. Dude, oh, it was so bad. And the only other like rant video I have is Jeepers Creepers 3. Like, that was just abysmal in every way, shape, and form. Those are like the only 2 rants I have.
I guess it's a good thing then that I have avoided the 3rd one.
Oh, absolutely. Like,
I heard that
because
was terrible too.
I know something else. I've never seen it.
But here's the thing about the 3rd
and
one.
I will not watch the new one.
I have avoided the 3rd one not because of Victor Silva. It has nothing to do about it. It was almost like something about it kind of was like, I don't know. You get those movies you can just sense, you don't want to see. It's almost like that.
Yeah, well, that's why I think it's such a bummer that new reboot bombed out, because they finally got out from under the shadow of that creep, and they still managed to botch it again. So I don't think we're going to be getting any more.
Yeah, no, probably not. Like, for sure.
Like they were talking about that game, Dead by Dawn, whatever it is, Dying Light, whatever the one where it's like a
Dying Light. Dying Light's a good game.
Where someone plays the killer and the other people have to run from him.
Oh, with that mode in Light?
They're like in Dead by Daylight or whatever.
It's like
that.
The popular fucking game that I hate. Fucking. I think it's Dead by Daylight, right? And it has all
they were like, why don't they add? They were like, why don't they add the creeper? And someone goes, Victor Silva.
They want to add Art the Clown. There's like a petition on Twitter to add him to Dead by Daylight. Like, I tried playing that game when Friday the 13th the game came out, and that game was fucking awesome despite like the terrible like server issues and stuff that they had. But it felt so like awesome, like playing as Jason or playing as the counselors and shit, and just they recreated all like of the first 4 movie sets like so perfectly. And then I tried Dead by Daylight, and you just have to like fix generators and shit and find the exit. I'm like, this fucking blows. Like, I don't really play many video games anymore besides the Dark Souls series because I challenge on them. So that's like the only games that I play. Like Elden Ring just came out earlier this year. It's a fucking masterpiece. I challenge on that. You guys ever?
We got Killer Clowns
games.
I've heard they're really hard, so I stay away from them. But I'm waiting for Killer Clowns 1.
You should push challenge yourself.
I don't play games unless it's on my phone. That's the only kind of games I play.
Alexa, you ever play Souls?
I don't think so. No, honestly, I haven't gamed for a while either, but lately I've been getting the itch a little bit again. I mean, I don't know how many more hobbies online I need at this point, but I don't know. I might have to dip my toe back into that world.
If you want like a real challenging like experience, but like it's so rewarding when you like finally like get past the challenge. Like it's the Dark Souls games, like it started with Demon Souls, and then Dark Souls, and then Dark Souls 2 and 3, and then Bloodborne was the same developers, and Sekiro came out like 2 years ago, and now Elden Ring came out this year. It's all the same developers, and they're just known for being very difficult games. Like you get hit like twice and you're dead.
Wow.
Like you die a lot. And then you go up against bosses and stuff, and you have to learn like their patterns, their moves, to like how to dodge them and everything. And you can be stuck on a boss for hours. And then but when you finally beat them, that fucking feeling of accomplishment like is so great. And that's like the whole series and stuff. Like it's such a rewarding series to play. And that's why I challenge run it. I do like you can level up your character like as you go. I do runs like at level 1. And like no rolling, no dodging, no blocking, no parrying, like, and you got to completely like refigure out how to like fight the bosses and evade them without rolling and stuff. There's like such a deepness to like the combat and stuff, and it's so fucking good. It's like the only game playing anymore. Like,
I've been
Well, you
trying
got me
that,
intrigued. I'm not gonna lie.
like I'll make. Yeah, check out. Actually, I have some on my channel. I live stream
yeah.
every now and then, Bloodborne and stuff like that. You can watch.
Oh yes. Okay. Oh, that one. Okay. Yeah. Right.
Yeah, Bloodborne, Elden Ring. I think I have a Dark Souls 2. I was trying Fume Night with no roll.
I've been trying that Evil Dead one out.
I want to get it. I keep forgetting about it.
It's gone down to like $20.
Oh, then I'll fucking buy it tomorrow then.
Well, I was like at Walmart.
No,
it's like at Walmart, and it's like $19.98 on Xbox, all PlayStation. I'm like, damn.
Yeah, no, that's good. Like, and it was only $40 originally when it came out, right? I don't think it was full price, $60. It was like Friday the 13th, the game that was $40. Yeah.
I'm trying to do something. You're talking about video games.
What I like
my
about it
games are mind games.
but what I like is you got different variations of Ash. You can play as. You can play Ash from the first movie, Ash when I think it's like the second movie, then Army of Darkness, and then Ash which is Evil Dead. So you got like different points where you can play as him.
I'm thinking about talking about this one on my channel this month.
What is that? Sometimes they come back?
For more.
That's because I forget how many there are in that series. Because
3.
Because sometimes they come back, and then again, and then
they come back again, and then this is the last one.
I've seen the first one.
If you're interested in watching them, they're all on Tubi. They keep them on there. All 3 of them.
But what I want to get back into is collecting the After Dark ones again.
I'd like to get the sequel to Sometimes They Come Back. But every time I go on to Amazon, it's the only place you can find it. It is $48.
And one because I happen to be on FYE right now. So let me.
Oh,
looks like it's getting him again. Because FYE is having a sale right now.
Do they sell other movies besides horror?
On FYE, yes. Let's see.
I want to see if I can't find Crybaby on there for sale.
Right now they got like a 25% off. And they all they have is sometimes they come back and sometimes they come back for more. They don't have the second one.
See? Can't find it anywhere.
So you're talking about that John Waters movie, Nanette? Is that the one you mean?
Yeah, the John Waters movie. I have it, but the movie's got a bunch of the cracks all over in it, and I want that movie again. There's only one movie Johnny Depp's been in that I don't entirely like.
Which one?
The Tourist?
Which one?
The Tourist.
You guys hear me? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys see me. All right, we're good.
The movie he did with Angelina Jolie. Don't I like that?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know that.
They have Crybaby Blu-ray at FYE for $8.24 right now. It's on sale. They got to sell at FYE.
It's on sale on Amazon for $5.38.
Look at a Shout Factor too.
Oh, that's VHS.
Physical media still. I only have like 6 movies, maybe, like horror movies on DVD. Like everything's digital now. Like it's so much easier. Like I wish I had more physical media though. Like I think I have The Shining, I have Evil Dead and Evil Dead 2. I have the whole Friday series and like a bootleg fucking thing I picked up at the convention somewhere.
You see the movies?
What?
You see these movies here?
I see them. They look like movies.
They are just Christmas.
Oh yeah.
That ain't my whole collection of movies, and that ain't all my Christmas either.
Yeah, I wish I still had all my CDs too. I had such a big collection of CDs. But then once Napster came out, I said, "Fuck that! I'm not paying for shit." I have like a 6 terabyte fucking music collection, like on 3 hard drives that I'll never listen to. All.
Like I have a theory. I think that we're going to go into a global pandemic where we won't be able to get online. And then what you're going to do about having entertainment? Well, I will. I'll have me entertainment from. I've got over 4,000 movies.
Wow, that's an excellent
that's
collection.
Just DVD, and I've got about 330 Blu-rays.
Wow, that's fucking crazy, man. How do you keep
Mine's not that expensive, but I got a decent little collection too. I'm with you. There's just something about physical media that I can't quite let go of. I mean, I'm a grown up. I'll deal with it and I'll adjust with the times, but yeah, it's just it's having it being that palpable like that. It's the same way that I like physical CDs. I like looking at the insert, I like reading the liner notes and all that stuff.
Yeah, I missed that about just opening up, seeing the artwork and stuff. Like that's something that you can't get without physical media.
Yeah,
or just like being in the store and talking to people and being like, "Hey, have you seen this?" Or "No, have you seen this?" Like, you know, those recommendations that you watch, that way you remember that. You know, it makes it a more personal experience.
I used to remember going. I'd go to Best Buy. I would look at the music. I would look at the movies. Now there's no music, and the movies are the next.
Yeah.
Wait, some of them do carry vinyl, but they keep the vinyl in a whole nother section, or by the TVs at mine. But I'm the guy who owns 2 Betamax and a box full of Atari games.
Yeah.
Atari. Like, and that was like the first video game system I played was Atari.
Same here. I would wait for my brother to be out and about, and I take us to his room. And we were in a trailer at the time, so I'm sitting there playing, and I'm looking, keeping an eye out because I knew what would happen if Big Brother caught Baby Brother in his room.
Yeah,
So I'm like trying to play.
Sneaking in, playing my game. Got to get out in time.
You guys remember the Atari Jaguar?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so crazy how technology is today versus back then. Like, remember when like when
Crybaby.
and we saw Mario in 3D for the first time?
Oh
and
yeah,
it was, like, a phenomenal thing ever. And now look at the games today, and it's just like Jesus.
I was in a retro gaming store the other day, and I go to buy my game, and I look behind the counter on the shelf. It's all covered in dust. The old Panasonic gaming system.
Wow. Never had that.
I've never seen it in person now, but I'm looking at it. It's a little dust, but I can see it says Panasonic. I'm like, is that what I think that is? It's like, oh, that. Hell, they have Robbie the Robot, whatever, from Nintendo. That little robot, they have that there.
You know what I used to have? Robbie the Robot, like an actual like life-size like mechanical one, like that would move around and shit. Ooh. My dad bought it years and years ago, and then I just like kind of just stole it from him. I forgot what the hell I did with that. I sold it or something, maybe. I don't remember. That was a cool thing to have.
I just want a life-size replica of a Killbot from Shopping Mall.
I knew you were gonna say Shopping Mall.
He loves that movie.
That's an awesome movie.
Movie, man. It is. I love
Shopping Mall.
That mall, when they would talk about what was it? Was used in Shopping Mall, Commando.
Yeah, a few movies.
Oh, it's like I looked it up one time. And it was like a list of like.
Yeah, like a ton. Like that, I've seen movies that I said to myself that looks like the same mall, and I'm sure that it was then. My favorite, one of my favorite like horror memorabilia I still have is fucking Creep Show.
I actually have an issue.
I have that too.
That.
Yeah.
I have my mind put away. Actually, wait a minute.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The crate is open.
Okay, put this here. There. Oh, I have a movie you hate.
Oh, that's a terrible movie.
Still
what was that in that?
I Killed Giants.
Oh. Okay.
Actually, I have horror of the Vote of Horror. 2 issues of Vote of Horror. This old thing.
Wow.
And even more, I found these. I don't know how I found these. Got my hands on these. The Fangoria trading cards.
Sick.
And I do have old issues of Fangoria. And I was like ended up in a retro like old bookstore where the owner had a cat just walking around, and there was a whole bunch of old issues of Fangoria.
Oh, y'all were talking about movies that have on. Here's another one.
But no, see, these old packs came with like 50 to 100 movies. And they were like on 4 or 5 discs, double-sided. And you see them
I do have a couple of them. I've got one that is a Christmas special one, and it's got like 65 movies of Christmas. Yeah. And then another one is supposed to be horror icons, and there's like 50 of them, and it's like old black and white, like Dracula and stuff like that.
We gotta send JT the link. He's on the phone. You want to send it
I
on
know,
here?
man. I feel like such a horse's ass now because I just remembered. I'm not at home right now. It's a long story, but I could have brought. I actually have one of
Instagram, JT.
I actually have one of the original press kits for Exorcist III. Oh, it's so cool.
How you get your hands on those?
It's tough. Mine I got at a horror collectible store that's down on the coast, about 3 hours from where I live. But Christ, I totally spaced on that. That's a dick move. I could have brought that. Oh well.
I send it to you on Instagram, JT.
Here we go.
But no, those old packs, the 50 or to 50 or more, 100. You see those like all the time in stores.
And some of them are amazing. Like
CD,
yeah,
I found
yeah, that's when I first saw the one movie. What was it? The one that was renamed Son of Keep some was it Son of
Sam?
Son of Slumber Camp. There was a movie that was given that name, but it's had a
Who's in it?
It was a movie about some kid in some park, and he goes around killing people. But it was given that as one of the titles it was given. It has a
okay.
It's also known as Memorial Valley Massacre.
Oh, okay.
It had that. It had Pieces. I had one that had like erotic horror. One that had like werewolves.
Nice.
But you would watch these movies and they weren't always in the best, transfers from whatever they were before to DVD. So it'd be like audio's bad, picture's bad, but you found some gems. Pieces is the one that I remember. That's why I own a copy of Pieces.
Yeah.
I started like, oh, dude,
Bastard!
This is the one from Grindhouse releasing. They make a replica of the puzzle from that movie, but it's all sold out.
Oh man. I actually think that movie War of the Roses had a really cool press kit too, as I remember. I think I saw it in a store once.
That would be cool to have, like what was in the press kit for Exorcist III?
Like you get like some behind the scenes photos, some of like the breakdowns for shooting, like little excerpts from the script, from the original scripts, shit like that.
Ooh.
Yeah. Like it's
cool.
It's designed to sort of show off the movie essentially, but there's a lot of really cool stuff if you're into it.
I think it would always be. I think it'd be cool to have those for some of these movies, but I always kind of wondered how how people get their hands on them, because some random people always seem to get their hands on them that like maybe you have to have a whole bunch of subs or something and connections and.
Not necessarily. I think like collectible stores have them. I think if you went on like eBay or something like that, if people still use eBay, I don't know. I feel a little bit out of that loop, but you can still dig them up, and they're not. You'd be surprised. They're not that expensive in most cases. Like it's not like it's a collector's item that's going to cost you like a car payment or something necessarily.
Yeah.
So.
I've got 5 masks, and everybody tells me that this is their favorite one. Why?
Because it's skeleton. It's a skull one. It looks cool.
I don't like it.
Well, I still have my trusty but true, which I got to get a backup to.
Well, here's the reason I don't like it. I think it looks awesome. But after like 10 seconds of wearing the dang thing, it rubs my face and hurts.
Yeah, that's what happened to the demon mask that I wear. This where it curves, right here where it curves, it was digging into my forehead. Yeah. And after I did that test stream, I took it off. You can see the lines where it dug in. So I got to find a way to alter it or something so it's not painful. It's more like an annoying pain.
Yeah, I know what you mean. This. Of course, my favorite one is my cat.
My least favorite is that Scarecrow one I did when I reviewed that Scarecrow movie. That's essentially like a burlap sack, not like the same, it's like a replica of the burlap sack material in latex. Within a minute, I was having that on. I can feel myself just like, I now know what when you put a potato in the oven with tinfoil on it, I now know what that feels like.
Ba-dun.
And he returns.
I'm still on the laptop. It's charging, so it's gonna freeze. But I'm logging in on my phone. Can't wait to get that fucking charger so this stops happening.
I gotta
finally found it. Again.
Yeah, I was just telling them, JT, I feel like such a horse's ass because I totally spaced on this before we watched the movie, but I actually I bought it at a collectible store, one of the original Exorcist III press kits.
You guys hear me and see me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you hear me? Can you see me?
Yeah, we got you.
Okay, for work.
And yeah, I can't believe I forgot to bring that. Like I feel like such a fuckhead
I
because
don't
that
know
would
if
have
you
been
can
really
hear
cool.
me or see me.
Of course,
You hear me?
Oh God! Now I'm gonna have to go the route. But can you hear me now?
Oh man.
Remember those commercials? All over the place. Can you hear me now?
Oh man. Oh well.
There was a parody of it of one time. It goes, "Can you hear me now?" And he goes, "Yeah." The guys also didn't realize the guy's in a war. They come and get me! Oh shit! Explosions behind him. That was.
Can you hear us? Oh, never mind. There he goes.
The old commercials. Yeah, Night of the
I'm going to
Creeps.
put this in with the movies that are Christmas. Some people will argue with me that this isn't Christmas, but they have a theme of Christmas in it. There's a reason I'm putting all my Christmases up on a thing. A friend of mine is doing a contest, and you got to do at least 3 to 5 things that are Christmas related that you like. So I'm putting all my movies.
You know how many times I've got this confused with the other one, The Children?
Oh, dude. Is that The Children?
There's 2 movies called The Children.
Yeah, I watched that one just yesterday. Dude, that movie was such a blast. Holy crap.
Which one? The old one or this one from?
This one from 2008. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because when first time I saw someone selling this, I was like, "Oh, look, The Children has a new cover." Because I'm thinking
Nope,
of the
not exactly.
other one. And apparently, it's a Christmas movie.
Oh, absolutely it
This
is.
what I'm
Yeah.
talking about when I say Christmas.
What's that?
Edward Scissorhands.
Oh, okay. There we go.
Yes.
But yeah, man, the Children is just like that is one of the most relentlessly paced movies I have ever seen. Like the energy level, I don't know how they sustain it like that, but I was like literally like gripping the arms of my chair for like most of the runtime in that one. Like it just never gave me a break. It was so good.
Then I'm gonna have to look forward to seeing this then.
Dude, it is nasty. It's nihilistic as all fuck. I just loved it.
Did you ever see the other one they did back in?
I don't need it
70s
yet.
or 80s? The Children?
Maybe not actually.
Because it's basically this kid's on a bus. They end up going through like some toxic fog or whatever, and they got like black fingernails. And if they touch you, you're burned and you die.
Wow.
And the only way to stop them is to cut their hands off, which I'm sure upset a few people. They're killing the kids. But you have these dramatic scenes where they just grab an adult and they scream. There's a smoke, and then the adult's on the ground with all this like, makeup on. Yeah. Like
yeah, we got you.
All over them.
I can hear you. I can see you.
I forgot what year they made that in.
Which what movie?
The original, the other movie called Children from like the 1980. Yeah,
That help you.
1980.
What's it called?
The Children from 1980. This is from 1980. It's called The Children.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I thought you were talking about Bloody Birthday, 1981. Kids.
No, this was. There was another one about killer kids and where the the dad was telling the son about the Grundle, and then he dies, and the kid gets the. It's got that controversial scene at the end where the adults show up and they kill all the kids.
Okay, yeah, that sounds familiar. I haven't seen that in fucking forever. Then
You got the one kid gets all the other kids to join his little group of killers, and the adults handle it by killing all the kids.
It sounds like
There you go.
Children of Corn.
you know, it's great. Village of the Damned is a fucking phenomenal movie.
Yeah.
I will, and yeah, I just found out. I just got when I went on my phone, and I got like notification from Google search, like an Elden Ring, the games that I played, DLC is dropping this month. They just said, "Oh yeah, can't fucking wait for that." I don't know how they're
Has
gonna.
anybody seen Slumber?
There's a boss in Elden Ring. What?
Has anyone seen
Did you say that?
Slumber?
Seen what?
Slumber.
Slumber?
SLUMBER.
Like Slumber Party Massacre. Slumber Party Massacre.
Oh God! Did you see the remake
Slumber.
of that?
This is probably the remake.
What the remake of Slumber Party Massacre?
Slumber Party Massacre, the remake.
I did not see the remake of Slumber Party Massacre. No, I know. I haven't seen it.
It's
I've heard very
it's kind of funny.
things about it, but
I think it's kind of like
This
Yeah.
is a
that's
picture
what I've
of
heard. I heard it's
they
fun.
take like some of the things we see in normal horror movies, like the women are all weak and stuff, and flip it around. Now it's the guys all weak and they're stupid. And if you don't like movies with a nude guy taking a slow shower, that's in this movie because it's almost like a satire, making fun of some of these different tropes from horror movies by reversing
Oh,
them.
that's what this is?
No, it's a different movie. And it has one of
I
the
gotta
dumbest
check it
lines I've ever heard in a movie. This one guy's mad. It's like, oh, I know you. Tells the girl, I know you're killing my friend because you women want to take over the world. And when he says the line, she just looks at him like just completely like dumbfounded.
I was thinking about watching that and doing it after I did the Slumber Party Massacre 1, 2, and 3 videos that I did. I was planning on doing the remake and I just didn't get around to it. So I might check it out finally. But Slumber Party Massacre 3,
but like the
up to that
original,
is hysterical. That is so big.
like the original, it is written by one woman and directed by another.
Well, the
Just like
whole
the original.
series was the first horror franchise to be written and directed by old women. Slumber Party Massacre series. It's the first series to be written and directed by women, which is a cool little tidbit. I
That
love
was a
Slumber Party
pretty good
Massacre, too.
movie.
My favorite.
But yeah, it's you know, it's got
Like
its
with
different
the-
like how it flips things around in the remake. The different like almost like it's poking fun at the tropes we see in horror movies when it comes to the women and guys.
Yeah. Yeah, I got to check it out then, because I don't know. I said I was going to get around to it when I covered the first 3, and I just never did. So I got to watch that. Like in the Slumber Party Massacre 2 is one of my favorite 80s films. Like, I absolutely adore that movie. It is so stupid. It is so great. Like, it is so hilarious. And if I can have a movie prop, it would be that guitar.
The guitar.
Yes.
Fucking Slumber Party Massacre 2. Like, without a doubt. Like the guitar with the drill on the end. Fucking, I would kill for that prop. And the guy, Alexi Sinister Cinema Reviews, Jason. I've followed him for like 5 years. Like the only horror channel I watched. Like, and he inspired me partly to start doing my own channel. And he fucking loves that too. And that's like his dream to be prop. So I joke with him like, yo, if I get it first, I'll give you the original. I'll have a fucking another one, a knockoff. If keep that one.
If you've seen all 3, give you a little spoiler when you watch the remake. watch the remake. They put a lot of little Easter eggs in to the other movies.
3? Or most of the first one? Okay.
No, there's
Cool.
there's
That's
some
good-
for the other ones, and you'll sit there and you'll go, oh, I remember that, or oh, that. Little things you'll recognize. Even though I
That's
didn't
cool, then,
see
that they at
the
least
second and third one,
attention
there were
with
some
that.
things I had seen.
Yeah, the third one's just a train wreck. Like my video, that's a funny video of mine actually. Fucking the Slumber Party Massacre 3. There's some funny shit in there because I tore that movie apart. Like absolutely. Like there's this part where this girl is getting chased by the killer, and her plan is to just say fuck you, and then just proceeds to throw herself through a sliding glass door and dies. Like that's it. Like it's so ridiculous. It's so hilarious. And I mean, like if you think about it, like you can't get murdered if you kill yourself beforehand. So she kind of won there. She didn't get hit by the killer. But it's so funny. Like that was a fun movie to do a video on. Slumber Party.
It's like that one death from, I don't know, what was it, the second or third Child's Play? I think it was where he goes to kill the person and they have a heart attack. Was that the third one?
Yeah. And he's like, you got to be fucking kidding me, like something like that. Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah.
I think that's in the third one when he's at the military academy. I think it might be that one. Yeah, because he's in the room and then all the toys Chucky's fucking with, so all like the toys are like running around and like trucks are driving, little trucks.
At the beginning.
And then he gives. It's so yeah.
This is my favorite one. This one.
Which
Oh, is that the Your Next mask?
It's a cat.
it looks like the Your Next masks.
It does, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
love
if
that
it's
movie.
your next mask, I got it pretty damn cheap, even more so than I realized, because this was on $3.
That ain't bad at all. That's a good buy.
Good find indeed.
In Your
Very
Next, Erin in Your Next, I think is the greatest final girl ever. Like that woman fucking destroys those killers. Like,
yes.
She is so well prepared. She's so smart. She avoids every stupid thing that we see final girls do. I think she's the greatest final girl in a horror film. Like absolutely. Like she's
I
so
definitely
good.
got
And since that's Adam Wingard and Simon Barrett, and then they went on to do The Guest, which I adore. The Guest. Like,
oh, dude, I love The
such a
Guest.
good movie.
I love The Guest.
It is such a good movie. It's probably one of my favorite. I love that movie when I watched it. Every time I rewatch it, it's so much fun. Like it's such a blast. Dan Stevens' performance is phenomenal in that.
Oh yeah, and his American accent, man, is just like spot on.
Yeah. Like he just kills it in that. And the way that Wingard like directed like some of the scenes, like the violent scenes, like the bar fight, is awesome. Like that whole bar fight is so sick. It's so perfectly shot and it's brutal, man. I love when like the guy tries to hit him with the beer bottle and he just grabs his hand, yanks the bottle out and smashes it on his face. Like,
oh yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. Like just seeing bullies I love seeing bullies getting their ass kicked in movies. I can't stand bullying. Every time.
Yeah, no, me too. That's always a pretty cathartic experience for me.
Is there any way to buy covers for a book?
What?
Is there any way to buy a cover for a book?
Probably.
A cover? I'm sure there is.
I mean,
I'm sure there is.
I'm sure, somebody made a business out of it, replacing book covers and stuff.
I'd like to have a cover.
I'm sure,
I'm sure you probably could.
Why? You need the cover.
Stephen King. Which one of Stephen King is that?
It was Dark Tower 6.
Well, I've seen them
Still gotta read
recreate.
Dark
I've seen them recreate cover
Have
things
all of
for games, and I think even for movies. So I'm sure there's somebody who does it for books. There's a profit there.
Yeah,
to be
and
made.
I'm sure you can find it. Yeah, and I mean even bookbinders and stuff that like rebind books and stuff like that. You could probably find online stuff like that and find a cover. I'm sure you could find one. Especially
I don't know
it's
where
Stephen
this
King.
is at.
So I mean, like it's an obscure like author or anything.
I opened this thing to check on my movie, and lo and behold, it's gone bye-bye.
Went on
Why
Prince of the
going bye-bye?
Caribbeans.
The room
What'd you
ruined.
say? The Ruins.
I said the ruin.
That's a good movie. The Ruins.
Okay.
Yeah, The Ruins is a good movie.
Watch this.
Very good movie.
Here's one for you. What movie that is notoriously
Yeah.
bad that you decided to watch anyways after hearing it was bad and discovered it was worse than you heard?
Veronica.
And like
The Room.
and ended up loving it.
Oh no, hating it. Find out it was even worse than what everyone
Veronica.
said.
Yeah, The Room.
You remember that movie, The Room? Jim
Yeah,
Carrey?
Veronica. Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's a
Reno-
horrible
Yeah.
movie.
It's fucking
I
one of the
for
worst
years
movies
and
ever
years,
made.
I always heard that. No, I did not hit her. I did not hit her. I did not. Oh, hi, Mark.
Yeah. Well,
I
no.
broke-
See, here's the thing: is that the room is entertainingly bad. It's a fun watch. Like the movie's horrible, but it's fun. It's a good time. Veronica is it? You can't even say it's so bad. It's fun to watch.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just
Just
bad.
like Troll 2.
Yeah.
Oh, I may have seen Troll 2,
Yeah, no,
but I have to
Veronica's
plead
bad.
the fifth on it.
And that's different.
Just like I saw Birdemic.
Troll 2, I did a video
might have
on
liked
recently.
Birdemic.
That was hysterical. That rewatch.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did
Birdemic
Birdemic
was
too.
one of
I
those
decided to do
blind
just terrible
buys.
movies for some reason. It's
Dude,
so
Birdemic-
bad. It's so funny. Just the whole thing in the beginning of Birdemic, when Rod walks into the diner, and then the waitress just says hi, but it's like ADR'd, and it's so bad, and you can hear like static, like when she says hi, and it's like this woman couldn't nail that line. The
Yeah.
line is high. Like she really couldn't like get it right, like there on the set. Like they had to ADR it in. Like I don't get that at all. Like, come on. You got one word. It's high. You can't say that wrong. Like, how do you do that? And that's so funny. That's absolutely
Have you seen the
hilarious.
second one?
And the whole movie.
Have you seen the second one?
I have not.
Well, apparently he's working
No, I
on
haven't.
part 3.
The third, I know I heard that. I know he's working on the third one, which is hilarious. That there's going to be 3 Birdemic movies. Just the
And the
CGI in that
fact
movie is just
that he kept-
hysterically bad.
Oh,
Birds,
CGI that
those birds.
that I'll
And then
say
just-
what
and I love when they get shot in the air and then he just plops to the ground. It's so hilarious, man. I love that shit.
that one
so
couple who that's supposed to be dead, but it's hard to tell if they're dead or not because the playing dead was like the normal acting. When they find them in the
With
car, the
ones
friends.
and they find in the car. Yep. and all the people who are killed just have scratches on their faces. Like that's the only injuries that these birds did to them. It's just like a fucking scratch on the side of the face, and yet they're fucking dead, like in the van. Like it's hilarious. What a fucking funny movie to watch.
Well,
And
that
Troll 2
second one
also
the
is
second one adds zombies and cavemen.
really. And cavemen?
Yes.
I'm watching that shit tonight. Like I'm finding it right now. Well, I'm going through all my streaming services. Let's see. I think Tubi has it.
Yeah, I think they do.
Oh, Book of Shadows, Blair Witch 2. That is one. That shit. That movie gets so much hate. Fucking Blair Witch 2, Book of Shadows. It's one of my.
I liked it more than the first one.
Like, I don't help you, man. I don't like the first one. I don't like the Blair Witch Project. I love the stuff surrounding it. Like, I love the marketing. I love how it was made. I love how there's great acting in that movie too. Like, people shit on the acting, fuck them. Like, that, they're acting great in that movie. And all the lore about Rustin Parr and what the hell, and Ellie Kedward, the witch and stuff, and Coffin Rock. I love all of that, but I just don't like the movie. Like, watching the movie, it's just boring as shit to me. But Book of Shadows, it gets shit on so much, but I fucking adore that movie. Like, I love it so much, I can't even put words.
I enjoyed Book of Shadows more than the first one.
Yeah, I actually emailed Joe Berlinger, the director of Book of Shadows, Blair Witch 2. I got a reply back from his secretary that he's busy through the holidays, but gave me the office number to call after like the new year. So hopefully I can get him on. That would be amazing to talk to him about Blair Witch 2.
Well, I should send you that information, the Instagram, the Twitter for that one, the girl from Demon. Demon's the first one.
Yeah, send me that. She'd come on. I mean, what the fuck else is she doing with her life now? Like, I'm sure she starring in fucking movies and shit.
Well, she's done a few, and you know, but I want to say she lives somewhere in Oregon, if I understood right.
Remember the Oregon Trail that we used to play on the computer back in like elementary school? Anyone play that too? Like
I used to have a shirt that said Oregon Trail, you died of dysentery.
Yeah, there you go. Dude, that game was fucking ridiculous. I wonder if you could get a copy of that. I'm sure there's a website that has it, or like.
I want a physical copy of the old floppy disk.
That
was
just
floppy disks. Jesus Christ!
Remember those? Don't touch right here. Don't touch right here.
Yeah. Until now, I totally forgot about them.
Well, it's so funny watching like those old, like the first couple of Fast and the Furious movies and some of those old Mission Impossible movies and shit like that, and people are, waving these floppy disks around like it's the slickest thing in the world. I got all the information right here.
Yeah. And it's like a fucking 5 megabyte file. Like, like, oh man, those things were something. Oh, remember remember when CD burning got like real big?
Yeah.
Like, so I was going through my something in my room, like books or whatever, and I found a 9 Inch Nails cover CD with the two burnt CDs in there. Like, that had to be like 15 years ago. I was like, holy shit, man! Remember burning CDs? Like, I did that so much. I had so many CDs that I burned. Then torrent sites came, and that's the way I went with that.
Here's one for you. Between CD and these, there was zip drives. Do you remember those?
Yep. Yep.
I was about to get one, and then all of a sudden it was like,
damn.
Oh, look, you got these instead.
How old are you guys? I'm 34.
Old enough to remember the 80s.
Yep, I'm 38.
44.
All right, so
I grew up in the 80s during the good, all that horror movie stuff. I got to see it all.
You got to do cocaine before it was shit.
Not that old, but everyone was doing it back then. And the real reason why all those guys used to wear those suspenders, those big suspenders, those freaking phones back then. Those old stuff.
They used to have the phones in the briefcase. Remember that? Like the fucking portable phones, and it would just be like carried in a briefcase.
That was a freaking. That was a brick. That's what it was. It was a brick.
Oh, I know. It's those, or like you watch like Wall Street, with Michael Douglas, and everyone's pulling those things. It's like, I'm done talking to that person. Like,
yeah, exactly. Oh, it's so funny, man. Reflecting on all that shit. Because I was born in '88. I was like a '90s kid mostly, but I've always been like, I always thought I was born in the wrong decade. Like, I wish I was like in my teens in the 60s, late 60s, and my 20s and 70s. Like, that would have been ideal. Because, like, I'm, like, you guys know I'm a musician. And I've gone to so many Grateful Dead shows and Fish shows. Like, I'm a fucking hippie at heart. Like, and I forgot what I was saying. So, yeah, it'll come to me. That happens.
You know, yeah. I don't know, JT, if you could hear me the first time I said this before things were kind of crapping out on you there, but I was telling the other guys, it occurred to me after the fact that I actually have one of the original Exorcist III press kits. Why the fuck I didn't bother to bring it, I have no idea, but I totally spaced on that. That's too bad. But anyway.
Yeah, I heard it right before my laptop died.
Yeah.
I was like, oh shit, Exorcist III shit? That's awesome. But you don't know where it is?
Oh, I know where it is. I'm not actually at home right now for boring and complicated reasons. But yeah,
that makes sense.
Anyway,
what else do they have? Oh, I found Birdemic too. They have it on.
Yeah,
and
must be cavemen and zombies
and birds.
And they have the little kid in there. One of the if you thought that lady that waitress's line was bad. There's a little kid. Remember the two little kids? The little boy's back.
They kept
and the way he
about
sells,
fucking water.
The way he sells his sister dying.
Yeah.
We'll just see it. His delivery of it is so like, oh yeah, like he's like he has to pause, and the whole time he's trying to say stuff. It's like you can tell he's like, I think I'm saying everything the line's right.
Yeah, no, I'm thinking I'm definitely gonna watch that after this, like for sure, because that sounds hilarious. Are you serious? Birds, zombies, and cavemen? That's like the most ridiculous combination of like monsters or whatever in a fucking movie.
Oh, and
I'd love to find out how the cavemen like get involved.
Oh yeah, and somebody who died in the first movie is back alive in this too.
Oh really? That's always fun. Like,
and you watch.
Yeah, no, that
you can find.
Was, I saw it. Like,
if you can find the commentary, I think it is for the second movie with the director. He loves to remind you that he lives in Hollywood.
I think I have seen that actually, like years ago.
He's like, oh, and it's this great place over here, and I know it because I live in Hollywood. Oh, another great place over here. There's a lot of good people. How do I know this? Because I live in Hollywood.
That's fucking funny. It's like, did I mention that I live in Hollywood? Just letting you know again.
It's like, oh, where does he live?
Yeah, exactly. I didn't get it the first 40 times. I didn't hear. I think it's Hollywood, but I didn't know what he said.
And I think he wanted to get what's her name from Birds? What's her name? Teppy. The actress from Birds.
Oh, come on. Yeah. Oh, come on. This is gonna kill me now.
I think. I'll be nice and look it up.
Teppy Hedburn.
Yeah, and I think like yeah, and I think in the commentary he talks about her too because I think he wanted her to be in it or something.
Yeah, and she absolutely turned that shit down. Like, she probably saw that script. She said, "There's no fucking way I'm showing up in this."
Well, I'm going to see that third. Oh, that.
Oh, I'll watch the third.
I have to see the third Birdemic. Just it needs to top
just
the
to
second
see what they do. Yeah, just to see what they throw in this time. It'll be fucking aliens, zombie prostitutes, and fucking the birds, and like mutant cyclops fucking running around and terrorizing the world. Like, they got to top the second one, like you said. They got to throw in just insane shit this time. Like, I'll absolutely watch the third one.
Oh yeah.
So I'm thinking, fucking, what is it? 11. Fucking, I got all night. I'm watching Birdemic 2, and I'm watching Retro Puppet Master. That's the next one.
Well, I gotta run because I gotta go take care of some stuff. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, I think I should probably peace out too. But this was awesome, guys. Thanks.
Yeah, at any time. And everyone who showed up in chat, thanks. And everybody who sees this in the future, if you watch it all, thank you. If not, fuck you. And yeah, that was The Exorcist 3. All right, Alexi, I'll see you later, buddy. Thanks for coming on.
Peace.
Now we're ending the stream. The stream is ending. I'm trying to hit the end button on my phone. It's not fucking doing anything. Oh, now I'm just stuck here alone with one person watching. So whoever you are, it's just you and me, baby. Like, we got nobody else around. End this fucking stream. I'm hitting end like over and over again. There we go. End broadcast. Good night, everybody. Probably expect a video for either Retro Puppet Master, Birdemic 2, now that Echo got me on interested as hell in it, and maybe Nightmare on Elm Street, 6, Freddy's Dead, Final Nightmare. So one of those. So guys, thanks again for, thanks Echo, thanks Alexi, thanks Annette for coming on. And thanks for everybody for watching, people who watch in the future, wherever you're from. Hope you're having a good day, good night, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Take care.